I forget how this thing works, you know, sometimes. Am I supposed to have my headphones on or not? I can't remember what I normally do. Is it working? Can you hear me? Because I can't hear myself. Oh, he's got ideas. Very cheeky. I've got a squeaky chair. My chair has broken. So if you hear a loud bang and me swearing, it's because my chair has collapsed. Which is a very big possibility. Right. I've got my headphones on now. There we go, okay. I like this new stable thing, by the way, where you can now have a group like this. You can have a group like this, and you can break it down into smaller groups. I really like that. I think it's a really cool addition. Yeah, the arm's fallen off my chair, and the arm is what also holds the back on. And there's also a screw that's fallen out the bottom. So it is literally living on its last limbs at this point in time. Yeah, I think we could end up in trouble, but we'll find out. It's going to be fun. If you hear a scream and a bang, it is just the inevitable happening. Constellation. I have created a basic roster. Hopefully people are going to be happy. Obviously, I'm not very good at creating people, as you may have noticed, but so the issue is going to be is that some people are not going to look incredibly like they did last time round. So hopefully I've done some sort of justice. So we have got in the constellation, our tag team is Dean Blanchard, and his tag team partner is, I've forgotten his name, Brett Anderson. So those are our tag team. They look a bit rough now, look at them again. We've got the Enforcer, who is Big Drew Strowman. We have got the classic cult hero known as Starboy. And we have got the manager. The only manager we really have at the moment in this game, so let's put him down as a manager. These two are a tag team. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Okay. Do I then have to break these two out into a tag team, or does that work as a tag team now anyway? I don't know how it works. Is this just for having different names? I don't quite know. Or different styles? I don't know. I think maybe we should break them down anyway. So let's do team affiliation, the Constellation. I mean, it's possible. It's been going on for about a week or so. And, yeah. Oh, I wonder if they should be called, I don't know, I was wondering if this tag team should be called Star Power, if it's the Constellation. I quite like that, actually. They are Star Power. Because that's what they are, they're the stars of the show. So Brett Anderson and Dean Blanchard. I really don't like the fact that they've removed the ability to wear your entrance attire in the menu screen, so everyone just looks a bit shite, in fairness. So that's the annoying thing. So we don't necessarily need to create all the stables, though. It depends how many shows we get through, but I'll create like a few that we might get use out of. In this first, so I mean, I've created those already. We can do the new Califate. Although all these stables I've created so far are all heel stables. So we could do it with some face ones as well at some point. We've got the Golden Sheik, of course. We have got Captain Mustafa. We have got Kareem Khan. And we have got Shia Khan. Where is he? Okay. So you two are the tag team. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we do then need to have... I mean, I want you necessarily to be the manager, but also as a full-time wrestler as well. Yeah, I don't know if we have to break this out or not then. We'll try it. We'll leave it as it is for now, and we'll see how that goes, I suppose. Should we create a face one as well? We have got the perfect storm. I've not done entrances, have I, for these teams I've just created, but we'll make do for this stream, and I'll do them off camera when we're done. Let's not waste too much time, I suppose. This is a cheer stable, and this is going to be the team of... We have got Purple Rain. We have got Blue Thunder. And we have got the brand new person that I invented just to try and bolster this out and give us an extra cruiserweight. We've got White Lightning. So they are a tag team. The Kanate. What does that word mean, though? Am I just going to use a really offensive word? I'm sure you're not that sort of person, I know, but I've got to Google it anyway. What does it mean? Oh, okay, no. You banged that, actually. Yeah, well done. That's a good name. Okay. So we want to create there. We want to do an affiliation of the new Califate. And this is going to be the KHANATE. Like that. Okay. The Carnate. That makes more sense. I just tried to add some extra letters to it, didn't I? Alright, so that is these two as the tag team. Oh, wrong guy. Okay. I mean, I've almost created them all, to be honest, now that we've done it. There's only two I haven't... I do have actually 5 healed tag teams and 2 faces, so we're a little bit unbalanced when it comes to stables at this point. Sip me drink. Lovely. I've got a new one. I don't like these guys, to be honest with you. I just really wanted... I don't know why I wanted this. I just fancied a tag team based around 2 sumo wrestlers. But to be honest, they just haven't come out looking like proper sumo wrestlers, which has annoyed me. There's something wrong with their faces that just doesn't really work for me. Although I do like this little chubby guy. It's great. Okay. So we'll put them in as well. And then finally we have one extra team. We have the Mayan team as well, which I've added a couple of members to just to try and make things a bit more interesting. And I'm just thinking of when we do... Basically, I went a bit mad. I went onto the island and unlocked a load of new masks that frustratingly are hidden behind the island mode. There's not a lot of colour matching in this stable, is there really? But there you go. They're the tag teams. Okay. Well, that's all the tag teams that created, at least, then. We've got them all in the game. Do you have a quick look at the full roster while we're here? Alright. Custom superstars. Okay. Bearing in mind, this is just basic. Like I said, I don't think any of them are very good, so we have to... we may change some of them moving forward. What we said, shouldn't there be a White Lightning, Frosty Jackson, Park Benchers? Yeah. That's where I got the White Lightning name from. We had Blue Lightning last year, and I thought White Lightning is so much... Oh, we had Purple Lightning, didn't we? So we've got with Purple Rain, we've got White Lightning, and then we've got Blue Thunder. So they're all, like, things that exist, I suppose, in different cultures. So we've got Abdullah Poundcake, who, of course, is probably a spin-off of Abdullah the Butcher, and we're probably going to have him as part of our hardcore division. We've got Akos, who is a member of the Underworld stable, one of the tag team wrestlers. We've got Akebono Sho, who is one of the sumo wrestlers, part of the Tagoi tag team. Akira Kobayashi, because I just wanted an old-school Japanese guy with a burning hammer as a finisher. We've got the classic Bam Bam Boom Box, of course we created him last time. We got Big Drew Strowman. He is the henchman of the Constellation stable and Starboy's personal bodyguard, if you will. We got Blue Thunder, tag team wrestler extraordinaire. A bit of a weirdo, but there you go. We've got the Border. For some reason, the other guy's got capital letters in his name, but that's fine. We'll fix that. We do want him to have his own stable called the Border Force, but we just need to create another couple of guys that are going to suit and fit with him. But he's going to be one of our main event guys, I think. I've given him some Stan Hansen-esque stuff, his entrance and that sort of stuff, so we'll hopefully see that tonight. Brett Anderson, one of the tag team members of the Constellation, looked right when I created him, now looks a bit weird. We've got Big Bad Bruiser Lee, again, a guy who's going to be heavily involved in our hardcore division, but also could be very effective elsewhere. Captain Mustafa, he is going to be the brains behind the operation of the Califate. Cerberus, this is Christian New York's bodyguard and also tag team partner as part of the team, the Devil's Favorite Demons. There is Christian New York right on cue. We've got the tag team partner, Brett Anderson, Dean Blanchard. The border, yeah, he's got the border toss to finish a move, yeah. It's perfect for him. We've got Dylan Hart, who is going to be the manager of that stable, the Constellation stable as well. He is going to be the only guy we've got on the roster so far that is not meant for in-ring competition. However, he might end up in there. Who knows how the cookie's going to crumble. El Carnero, again, Cruiserweight. We've got him just because the attire's on the game. It looks pretty cool. We've got El Gimpo, one of our favourites. Was created as a joke character and forced himself into the main event picture last time round. Another deathmatch wrestler. I've gone with Gacy, who's an evil clown, based off of the serial killer John Wayne Gacy, not the wrestler Joe Gacy. But I thought he would be pretty useful to have as a hardcore wrestler as well. We've got the classic Golden Sheik. Again, looks a lot better with his entrance attire on, but there you go. We've got the Great Shogun we created last time round. We've got the other member of the Tagoi tag team, Hakuno Taro. We have got Hat McAfee. We got him last time round. I forgot about him, to be honest with you. Cruiserweight extraordinaire. One member of the Popol Vuh Mayan tag team, we have got Hunapu. We have got the strongman of that stable as well in Jaguar. Kareem Khan, one half of the Khanate tag team. We've got Minos, who is going to be the cruiserweight aspect of the Underworld stable. We brought back Mongolian Beef. It's been a couple of years, but this mask just shouted Mongolian Beef at me. So I went for it. I've gone down a Miro route with the moveset on this one, so he's got the accolade and stuff like that. I think it will suit him quite nicely. We got the Pink Ram, who was really weird looking and still is really weird looking. I don't know if I've made him as weird looking or more weird looking. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but who knows. We've got Purple Rain. I like him as this little podgy fellow, I must admit. He looks really cool like this. He's part of the tag team with Blue Thunder as part of the Perfect Storm stable. But who knows? Could get a singles run. We've got Quetzalcoatl. He is the leader of the Popol Vuh Mayan stable. Again, mainly just because the mask looked cool. And I actually put money in the game to buy some of the masks from the island. We've got Rad. He is the other member of the tag team of the Underworld stable. He is the powerhouse of the group. We've got Shere Khan, the other member of the tag team for the Khanate and the new Califate. We've got our boy Starboy, the interesting fellow who was the champion when we finished off last year's game. We got White Lightning. Yeah, just because, you know, he looks... I saw the lightning bolt and I thought we've got to go for it. And he's also Cruiserweight as well for the Cruiserweight division. We've got the favourite White Tiger, rocking a new mask this year to make him look more like a tiger. We've got Expalanque, the other member of the Popol Vuh tag team for the Mayans. And finally, a guy I randomly created earlier called Yokai, again because the mask looked pretty cool from the island. So I thought we'd have another opportunity to have a really cool looking Cruiserweight. So that's the basic roster I've put together so far. I haven't got around to creating any of the women yet, so we're going to have to deal with that later on. We've got 7 tag teams currently. 5 heel, 2 face. So tag teams that we're going to have to look at as well moving forward. But I think that's pretty decent for now. The calendar's ready to go, so if you want to, we can start doing shows. The question is, though, is how do we want to do things? So in my calendar that's not currently on the game, I have got down, because we were doing 2 pay-per-views a month, weren't we? So I have got it down as having WrestleFest as our pay-per-view this month, which is essentially like our WrestleMania, where we'll have some sort of tournament throughout the month, and the final of the tournament will be at the pay-per-view. And then in the second week of the month, I've got it planned down to be the King of the Deathmatch. So I'm thinking of doing an 8-man hardcore championship tournament. But that's going to be here. So we've got 4 weekly shows first of mainly just trying to prep for our first main pay-per-view and potentially crowning our first world champion. I have got some belts downloaded. If we have a look in here, can I edit? I can indeed. Edit Mayhem. There's our belt to the bottom. We've got the World Championship, the United States Championship, the World Tag Team, the Cruiserweight, the Hardcore, and the Women's. That's what we have at the moment. Of course, there's space for more, should we want more. We don't have any women on the roster, so having a Women's Championship's a bit out there at the moment. But yeah, we are good to go then whenever you guys are ready and decide what we want to do. I know last time we said like a G1 might be too long. So we're thinking of doing a 16-man knockout tournament. Is that still the case? Or did you want to do a little G1-y sort of thing to get us to the first pay-per-view? That is fully up to you guys, really. I am not looking at chat at the moment while I'm just doing something on the other screen, so I do apologise. The Carnate. I'm just changing the... oh, no, that's wrong. It's that there. Okay, I'm just changing the name of the stable, so it's all right. Okay. You can click on the link in the description down below to have a look at the roster as well. At the moment, obviously, there's nothing much on there. I still need to fill in all the overalls. I think we did say that we're potentially going to give the 4 pillars a boost to start things off. I haven't done that because I forgot. So it is what it is. So, I think that's about all I've got to tell you at this point in time. So we can start doing some shows, or if you guys want to, we can do some more creations, or... One thing I need to do, though, is I need to change the settings before we do a match, don't I? Gameplay. I found out, by the way, if you're doing AI versus AI, don't put it on Legend like I always used to. Put it on Hard. Because if you put it on Legend, everyone more or less has 99 ability in every stat. So if you put it on Hard, it actually utilizes the real stats properly. So that's a useful thing to know. What do we want on this? We want blood on, don't we, of course? We want presentation. We want a little bit of that off, that off, that off, that off, and that off. We'll have a bit of that on as well. Where's referee's count? I want to see the referee's count if I can on the screen. Referee count, that's what I want. Okay. There we go. Alright, who's got ideas? Omega, you said you had ideas. What's your ideas? Should we see what the game's ideas are? What does the game think would be a good kicking off point? A random tag team match with guys that aren't tag team partners. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's not bad. And that's a weird main event. Yeah, the game is not great at booking cards, is it really? What are we thinking then? I can have a look and see what we would be doing if we did a round robin. If we did 2 pools of 5? How does that work? That's not a round robin though, is it? Well, that's crap, isn't it? I don't understand this. Okay. It still doesn't work. Chocolate Rain, yeah. Well, I feel like Chocolate Rain has become Purple Rain at this point, to be honest. He's a very similar style of character. I think Chocolate Rain was just had more of Velveteen Dreams attire, didn't he? What was that? That doesn't work. Oh, one second, I'll go watch the football. Man United just scored. I don't know how, though. Come on, Rasmus. It's got to be you, mate. It's got to be you, Rasmus. Oh, it could be Rasmus. He's in. He's going to pass it, isn't he? He didn't pass it. He scored! Go on, Rasmus. Right, on we're doing. Seven games, 7 weeks. Does that work? Okay, so we could do 2 lots of 6 teams. Carpet, you've turned up just in time to make a decision. Plus, Rasmus Højlund's just scored a goal for Man United, which is crazy enough as it is, isn't it, really? But I know, yeah. It's a good finish, to be honest, as well. He's done well there. I really thought he was going to pass it, but he's hammered that in the bottom corner. So we're doing, are we doing G1 style or are we doing knockout style? If we do, I mean, how many people we got? We've got a 38-person roster. I mean, a 32-man knockout tournament's probably a bit too much, to be honest with you. We could do 16 people based on the 16 we think should be involved, or we can do 8 and do like or 8 or 10 and do like a little G1-y style thing. So we've got... How many shows we've got? We've got 8 shows. This is supposed to be quite easy, this, to be honest, but... I mean, I could probably work it out myself, to be honest, but these websites are generally quite good for this sort of thing. A smaller G1? Chocolate Rain was Viscera. Like a sexual chocolate. Round Robin League. What are you thinking? 8 people? 2 groups of 4? Or do you want to do one group of... What's one group of 8? One group of 8 would give us... Where does it tell us? Where... Would really help if this bloody helped. This worked, wouldn't it, really? Let me click on this then. Ah, there we go. Fixtures. Okay. It would be 4 matches a show every show for the first month if we did 8. If we did 6... can I change it? If we do 6, then it is 15 matches altogether. Yeah, we haven't created any of the women yet, Omega. So, and plus there's also intergender. I don't know how intergender is going to work this year, to be honest with you. So we'll have to give that a go. What are you thinking? If we do 6, then you've got 15 matches across 8 weeks. 15 matches across 8 shows. So you're looking at probably 2 matches per show. Potentially, if we did 7 people, which I don't like because it means there's going to be an odd number. That gives us 21 matches across it. It's probably 6 people then, do you think? 6 people makes sense? I've not tried a standard tag team match in this yet either. Who would be our 6 people, do you think? What if we did 2 groups of 4, so we had 8? That would probably be a little bit easier to do, would it? So if I change that down to 4. Okay. Two groups of 4 would be... So 2 groups of 4 would be 12 matches. And 1 group of 6 would be 15 matches. So it's up to what you guys would prefer to see. Yeah, I think the main 4 have to be in there, don't they? Yeah. I mean, potentially, I think 2 groups of 4 would make more sense, because then the winner of each group can then face each other to win the championship at the first pay-per-view. So I think 2 groups of 4 makes more sense. We can have 1 group on Throwdown, 1 group on Mayhem. I mean, we could do 1 group of 6, then do the top 2 face each other. That could still work. Now, we haven't carried any of the champions over at all, Carpet, so we need to start from scratch. I think this first month, if we have our Hardcore Championship tournament in the first pay-per-view, which is 2 weeks in, and then we can have the World Championship tournament going on for the first pay-per-view. I believe the former IC Intercontinental Champion was Ben Hamrock, who I haven't actually created yet. And then the YouTube champion, I believe, was still El Carnero, was it? I don't think El Carnero lost it. So El Carnero exists. Let's have a look at the actual roster. It's all down to anybody you really like that you want to step up, I suppose. I feel like the border could be one. It depends. If you want to do a if you want to do a 6-person one. Yeah, I don't think Sheik ever beat him. I think that was a running joke at the time that Sheik never really beat him at all. We gave Sheik so many opportunities and he never came out on top at all. I think El Gimpo pushed his way into the main event scene, though. El Gimpo definitely pushed himself in. I mean, do you want to do 2 groups of 4 and then the winner of each group wins it? Yeah, I think Omega, that's the sort of what I was thinking of, to be honest. Does this pen work? None of these fucking pens work. Okay. Let me do some of this. Okay. Yeah, I've still got some of my old notes. And yeah, Ben Hamrock was the IC champion. El Carnero we had down to defend the championship at the next show against Dragon Verde and Hunapu in a triple threat because Hunapu won a match and Dragon Verde pinned El Carnero in the same match. Right, let's clear this down as well. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably a good shout, Omega, to be honest. Yeah, whenever each group faces each other for the World Championship at the first pay-per-view. We'll do that then. Okay, let me just write that down so I can get this. I mean, I might have to use this website, actually. If I was to do this, I can change the names. I can. So, Christian New York. So, if we do Christian New York and White Tiger in the first group, because they're face and heel, aren't they? And then it was... what we got? I mean, there's quite a lot of heels in there, isn't there, really? But we'll do Golden Sheik and El Carnero. That way, them two can continue their little feud. El Carnero and Golden Sheik. So this website, I think, actually will give us the actual matches. It does. There you go. Well, that's pretty cool. Actually, I could probably be able to rig this a bit. If I do this and then do star... Sorry, I'm just on another website at the moment. I'm just bodging this. It seems to be working for me, so I'm going to go for it. Starboy and bam, bam, boom. Box. El Carnero and the Border. And Golden Sheik. And El Gimpo. There we go. This thing now has designed all our matches for us. So on our first episode of Mayhem, we have the Golden Sheik versus Christian New York. And we have El Carnero versus White Tiger. And our first episode of Throwdown, we have El Gimpo versus Starboy. And the Border versus Bam Bam Boombox. Is that right? I think that is right. Does that sound good? You want El Carnero in a different group to White Tiger. Is it a different group? I've confused myself for how I've done this, to be honest. Okay, yeah, I can switch them around. We have one lucha in each group. Let's put... I'll switch El Carnero and the Border around. Okay. So then we got Christian New York versus Golden Sheik and the Border versus White Tiger. And then on Throwdown we've got El Gimpo versus Starboy and El Carnero versus Bam Bam Boombox. That sound good? Yep, okay. Excelente. Let's go for a classic... what they do with wrestling now. Let's go for a classic sandwich of main event to kick off and main event to end the show. So we will go with... I've forgotten the matches already. Should we kick things off with the Golden Sheik versus Christian New York? Christian New York versus the Golden Sheik. Like so. Beautiful. And then our main event of the evening is going to be the classic. Considering, I'm assuming that White Tiger is a luchador from Mexico, because if he is, the Border's going to hate him. The Border hates anybody coming over to his world. White Tiger. Okay. So that's our main event sandwich for the show. Is there anyone else you want to see in the matches in between? The Border versus... So I'm keeping track of all the matches this time round. It might be an absolute pain in the backside for me, but I think it would be cool to have a list of all the matches that have ever happened. Christian New York versus the Golden Sheik. Okay. This is in the Wrestle Fest Tournament. As is this 1v1. Just standoff singles. There you go. Okay, that's put in. Right, basically Carpet wants... Yeah, that's what he's after, yeah. The party is here. So New Gen, we've just started things up. We are looking at our G1. We're doing 2 groups of 4. The winner of each group will face each other for the championship at the first pay-per-view. We've got in Group 1, we have got Golden Sheik, Christian New York, The Border, and White Tiger. And Group 2 is El Gimpo, Starboy, El Carnero, and Bam Bam Boombox. I would like to have a tag team match because I don't know if they work this year for AI versus AI. So let's go for a standard 2 versus 2 match and see if they work. So we can do Thunder and Lightning. Why not? Versus, let's do a bit of Dean Blanchard and Brett Anderson. Why is that down there for? Is that the manager? I'm gonna have Dylan Hart at ringside as a manager. That is manager down there, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Okay, we'll give it a try. We'll try a proper tag team match with a manager at ringside. We got Pink Ram versus Shia Khan. So everyone can moan about Pink Ram. I mean, I don't think he looks too different to last time. He looks a little bit different. Don't get me wrong. I've done it wrong. Shia Khan. Okay. So we've got one more match left. Who do you want to see in this one? Obviously, Brett Anderson's already in use now. Should we try a backstage brawl? No, what haven't we tried yet? I think I've tried all of these, to be honest, now so far. He took Penta with... Yeah. Should we just do a... No, we haven't... I forgot about the election connection, to be honest. Yeah, Lincoln and... yeah, I need to create those. We do need some more face teams. Maybe we can do a bit of that. Should we have a triple threat hardcore match? Just to really cause some havoc. With Abdullah Poundcake, Bruiser Lee, and a bit of Gacy, the evil clown. How does that look to everyone? Bearing in mind the Hardcore Championship tournament is coming up, so that'll be an interesting look into those. Does that look alright to everyone, or is there any changes to be made? I shall start writing the card down. Abdullah Poundcake versus Bruiser Lee versus Gacy. Blue Thunder and Purple Rain versus Dean Blanchard and Brett Anderson. The Pink Ram versus Sheer Khan. Boom, okay. Are we happy with that as our first show? Or is there anything we want to change? There's a lot of stuff on here all of a sudden, isn't there? We all good? I'm hearing no complaints, so I think we're good to go. I'll save it. There we go. So we've got some old classics. We've got some fresh lookers as well. And kicking the show off with, unfortunately, MZK Punk's not here at the moment, but we've got his man, the Golden Sheik, going up against our Undertaker clone known as Christian New York. So let me press this button here. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to record the shows and upload those separately. So if you ever miss a stream, you can check back and see what happened in the actual shows themselves. Right then, so one final look at the show before we kick things off. We in the WrestleFest tournament to crown the first world champion. Got Christian New York versus the Golden Sheik. We got an Extreme Rules match as Abdullah Poundcake goes up against Bruiser Lee and Gacy in a triple threat. Tag team action as the Perfect Storm, Purple Rain and Blue Thunder take on Dean Blanchard and Brett Anderson of Star Power. We got the Pink Ram versus Shia before the main event of the evening. Also in the WrestleFest World Championship Tournament, the Border debuts against White Tiger. No, let's not press any of the wrong buttons. Here we go. Here we go. Our first match in this brand new universe mode. Are we all excited? I'm excited. I've done all the singles stuff, but I haven't done any of the tag team stuff yet, so hopefully we'll see some of that as time goes on. I need to do all of the entrances and tag team maneuvers and that sort of stuff. Here he comes.
The following contest is scheduled for one
I have not turned this guy off.
To the ring from New York, weighing in at 319 pounds.
Superstar. I have not changed that for anybody, so everybody's going to be called the Superstar for now. So we'll have to deal with that for a bit, I suppose. So that's our first look at Christian New York this year. And his opponent, of course, is going to be... I've forgotten already, you know. Oh, it's the Golden Sheik, isn't it? Of course it is. You can tell by the golden lights. Oh, yeah, that would be good, yeah.
Weighing in at 248 pounds.
Golden Sheik! Never guess whose entrance this is, would you? Yeah, I think Gacy could have a tag team partner. I was thinking that's the only clown mask on the game, but I mean there are face paints that could be used. Yeah. We'll change after this match. I'll nip out into the options and just switch him off. Alright then, here we go. Our very first match. I think last time round, Christian New York went undefeated for quite some time and went on to be a finalist in this tournament, only to lose it to Bam Bam Boombox. But what is going to happen this time round? Well, I've got toggle info on as well. Oh, I'm pressing O and nothing's happening. That's stuck on my those. Here we go then, the first match of the Universe mode. Whoever wins this, obviously, is going to go top of the rankings, only for a short period of time, I would imagine. And also top of the tournament as well. Because I can actually put these wins in, can I? No, I broke it. I broke it. Oh, it was all working. I broke it. I had a website open that worked out all the fixtures for it. It's gone now. The game's a bit loud. I can turn that down. Apologies. Which button is it? This one. Let me know when it balances out correctly. I'll turn it down a bit. Is that enough or is that not enough? Let me know. Let me know if that's any better. Or if it still needs to go down more. Down more. Okay. Alright, is that any better? Hopefully that's getting better now. The problem is the delay. It's like 20 seconds between us actually figuring out if it's correct or not. That is some interesting... That's an interesting set of words, that is. Is that any better sound-wise? Or it needs to go down any more? Big chokeslam there by Christian New York. He's going to get a quick win here by the sounds of it. Up now into a tombstone. Boom. Drops him. Let me listen. I can't see my current screen. Well, that's a win. Is that good or bad?
Here is your winner.
I can listen. Audio sounds right by the end of it. Is that okay? Still feel it's a bit too loud. I can turn it down a bit more. Might be my fault because I'm literally turned away from the microphone at the moment, but is that any better? Hopefully that's going to be better now. Let's just whiz out quickly. And I will make some amendments to the settings because that obviously is a bit annoying. I enjoyed Revolution, I must admit. I mean, the main event I know people don't like. But for me, the main event was... The problem is that the rest of the show was so good that the main event really stuck out, where in fairness, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't very good. I mean, I felt the same about the main event as I do about... I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the ending, I suppose. The ending is what really did that in. You can do third-person camera. Okay. Hopefully that's going to fix it, but there was something still sticking out, weren't there? Oh, we'll find out. Yeah, for me, yeah. I mean, the rest of the show was absolutely fantastic, but the main event was the one sort of sticking point. But I say it was what it was, wasn't it? I mean, I don't agree with the way they finished it off, to be honest. I understand partly because I feel like they want to pay back Swerve for dropping the belt at Wembley to Brian. So to do that, Mox had to keep the belt so that Swerve could win it next pay-per-view. So that, in my mind, does make sense. It's just the way they've done it, isn't it, really? That's the problem. Right, then into match number 2. Hopefully we've got the audio sorted now, so hopefully we've got no problems. I'll update the rankings now as Christian New York becomes the first man to bag himself a point. Whereas the person he faced off against... Oh, I've forgotten already. Who did he face off against? Fucking hell. My brain is like mush. It was a Golden Sheik, wasn't it? Golden Sheik always does badly on these, doesn't he? No matter how much we try and help the guy, he always seems to do badly. Right, a loss for the Golden Sheik. That'll make MZK Punk very happy when he turns up. Overall ranking points like so. Okay. Match history. That's better now. At least we turned that guy off. Right, so let me know if all is good. Think Swerve will still lose? Yeah. Just for me, I don't think the match was necessarily as bad as people made it out to be, but the ending really was. I think the ending was really, really poor. But then again, is it a proper heel? That's always the problem with these sort of things, isn't it, really? Was that just a really good heel finish to the show? Having the guy who everyone hated win the belt. Everyone's booing him out of the place. It makes you... I know it's one of those easy cop-outs, I suppose, isn't it? But... yeah, Mohammed, it might be time to back a new horse. Or a camel in the Golden Sheik's case. I think the rest of the card was solid, though, to be honest. So this is Bruiser Lee. Obviously, you might have to tell it's a mixture of Bruiser Brody and Brody Lee, isn't it, at this point? But he's still a really cool guy. We've had him for about 3 years now in this Core Universe mode. He's never really been a main event star, but this could be his year. Hopefully, anyway. Is the audio better now than is it? Is everyone happy with that? And then we've got the new guy who I created because there's not a lot of new stuff on this game, I've noticed. I've been going through a lot of things. So I went through the Create an Arena. There's nothing new in Create Arena at all. And all of the new stuff for core creation is all stuff that you have to get from unlocking from the island, which is quite frustrating. So when I have seen these brand new masks and face paint and stuff like that, it's stuff that I really wanted to try and use. Hence why we've ended up with Gacy. We've come back with Mongolian Beef. We've got a new Cruiserweight called Yokai, who's pretty cool looking as well. We've got Quetzalcoatl, the new member of the Popol Vuh, the leader of that Mayan-style stable now. Right then, this is Extreme Rules Triple Threat. Big opportunity here for someone to come out with some big points. But who's it gonna be? I can't get rid of that toggle info. I can't get rid of as well. I don't think I also noticed this. You can't get rid of your screen name at the top corner. So I've had to pay £7 to have it changed on my main account. This is my secondary account. I'm not paying for this one to change. As Abdullah Poundcake. So remember, we are having, as our first mini pay-per-view, our first 2-week pay-per-view is going to be the King of the Deathmatch tournament, crowning our first ever hardcore champion in this universe mode. I mean, these three are going to be core members of our hardcore division. I'm not quite sure yet who else is going to be joining them. Just realised we have 2 Bruiser Lees. Why have we got 2 Bruiser Lees? I didn't create 2, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Well, I'll get rid of one of those then. I don't know why we had 2. So yeah, we need to try and figure out who else is going to join into that hardcore division. Maybe Mongolian Beef could be a shout. I think one of the members of the Underworld tag team could be a shout. Maybe it's something I need to do before the next stream is just create a few more deathmatch wrestlers. So at least we have 8 to the actual tournament. That could be useful. Well, according to YouTube, there's currently nobody watching. It's just me here on my own. Hopefully that's not the case, hopefully. Hopefully it's just bugged out. I don't know. That's chop in the face there by Abdullah Poundcake. I think Abdullah Poundcake and Bruiser Lee are going to just be permanent enemies. I'm pretty set on setting that up, to be honest, and having these two as just enemies forever. Oh yeah, we got big Drew Strowman, that's his name. Yeah, we can put him in a match on Throwdown if you want. Yeah, YouTube says there's currently nobody watching, it's just me here on my own, but it's having a wobbly, I think. Oh yeah, Strawman, Cerberus, I'll see what RTA. Sorry, this delay throws me off sometimes. I see where you're coming from, yeah. Yeah, Strawman could be... I have sort of slightly based Strawman around Big John Studd, which I quite like, to be honest with you. Imagine if Ric Flair had Big John Studd as his enforcer. That would be pretty insane. With the Horseman looking after him as well. As some group that group this year round. Yeah, Cerberus is definitely a good shout, I think, for the Hardcore Championship. Yeah, as long as we can get 8 together. I think we need at least 9 moving forward, because we want 8 for the tournament, and the person who's already the champion, I suppose, is the key for this. Come on, I'm really pulling for a... Sorry, I got distracted by the football again. I'm really pulling for a Rasmus Højlund hat-trick. Yeah, that'd be great. When it comes to today, Carpet, being a West Ham fan and Arsenal play Chelsea, is there a favourite in the West Ham household, or is it a case of hope nobody enjoys themselves and everyone gets hurt? Is that how it works? Abdullah Poundcake now with the table. Yeah, second half just kicked off, Carpet. Abdullah now, he went outside, came back in again, saw Bruiser Lee getting back up to his feet. That big blow to the back of the head. Clothesline into the corner. That looks to be painful. And 0-0 with maximum injuries, yeah. There's a pin here by Abdullah Poundcake, not quite enough. Poundcake, feet up on the ropes. It counts. It's Extreme Rules, everything counts. Gacy now. Nice power slam. Poundcake seems more obsessed with redecorating the ring than anything else, to be honest with you. Poundcake now with a forearm, knocking Gacy down. Oh, fucking hell. So I'm watching the football again. Aiden Heaven looks like he's got quite a bad injury. They're bringing the stretcher on. They're putting him on oxygen. Guy makes his first start in the Premiership his entire career, and he's got some sort of serious injury. Great, isn't it? Gacy now, elbow on the inside the knee, stamping onto the leg as well. Audio could do it go down a tiny bit. I can do that for you. Is that enough, or is that too much? Is that too little? Gacy now with the elbow drop into the heart of Abdullah Poundcake. Gacy doing very well here, to be honest. He is the debutant in all of this. And he's got the claw locked in on Abdullah Poundcake. Poundcake is down. Poundcake is out here. Ooh, only a 2 count. I thought Gacy might have had him then, as he now just slams the back of his head into the mat as well. at those big backbreakers. And now Bruiser Lee around the back of Abdullah Poundcake. Look at that big slam. Poundcake is getting pounded here. Drew Strowman, Cerberus, Mongolian Beef, Gacy, Bruiser Lee, and one a perfect storm trio. Yeah, okay, that could work. Oh, I lost Lulu there for a split second. As Gacy now dropping in with the pin. Poundcake's back up. Big break up there by Poundcake. And Gacy's got him. Oh! Yeah, Poundcake's definitely getting pounded. That sounded worse than it's supposed to. Bruiser Lee here trying to take the opportunity. Look at the bruises on the back of Bruiser Lee. He's now Bruiser Lee, if you ask me. Gacy looks to be the one who could pull up the victory here. As much as Omega's hoping that's not the case. Choking out Poundcake once again. Bruiser Lee's down the outside. And that is it. Referee calls this match off. Gacy picks up the victory and a massive win because, of course, it's a triple threat match. He gets the point for the victory and 2 extra points for the win in a triple threat match. Poundcake loses and Bruiser Lee loses as well. And now the rankings are starting to take shape. And Gacy is top of the rankings. I'm sure Omega's very happy about that. Alright, then into the next match. So what the fuck happened to Aiden Heaven then? He is broken. How badly is he broken? He's on oxygen being stretched off, so hopefully not that bad. He had such a good first half. And now has suffered some sort of serious injury. Yeah. You know it's a bad injury when they don't even show a replay. He's not in heaven anymore now. Yeah, he's now in heaven. Right then, let's have our first look at a tag team match then. We have got Purple Rain and Blue Thunder going up against the Star Power team. Dean Blanchard, the blonde, and Brett Anderson with the darker hair with our manager, who I forgot his name, Dylan Hart. Yeah, Bruiser Lee always struggles, doesn't he? Yeah, as I said, I've not sorted out the entrances for the stables as of yet, so we're not going to spend too much time on these because they're not great. We'll get that sorted next time. Yeah, Aiden's in hell, not heaven. Poor bastard. Poor bastard. And here comes the Star Power team with the manager. I'm quite happy with the manager this time. It looks, yeah. I'm quite happy with some of the stuff that I've done, not other bits, but these two look better in game than they do in the menu, I'll tell you that. And I would love for standard tag team matches to actually work this year, because we can have some really good tag team feuds as well, I think. Right, it's going to be Dean Blanchard to start things off with Blue Thunder. Oh, that spinning back elbow straight off the bat. Springboard moonsault as well, okay. I wonder if Dean could considerably drop into the Cruiserweight division as well to give the consolation that's an extra, like, divide and conquer style thing. Purple Rain, look at him on the outside. I freaking love him. He looks so good. That body shape just works so well for him. Stamping on the back of the knees, working the body down, stamping on the hand as well. This toggle info button is doing my freaking head in. I don't know how to get rid of it. Slamming the arm into the mat. So big opportunity. This is the first match in our tag team division as well. So a good chance for someone to, again, go top of the rankings straight off the bat. Yeah, maybe Purple Rain. I feel like if we did put one of the Perfect Storm guys into the hardcore division, I feel like it wouldn't be White Lightning because he is small enough to be part of the Cruiserweight division. Maybe it'd be Blue Thunder as part of the hardcore because Purple Rain is the one I can see most likely to do some stuff in the singles division, only because the way he looks so weird. Yeah, we could do, mate. Yeah, we could definitely. I mean, the manager doesn't necessarily need to be part of the stable, does he? In fairness. I mean, we've got Dylan as part of the stable. There's no reason why we couldn't have a fifth member in there if he wanted to. This match now descends to the outside. One thing I noticed about creating arenas as well is that when you put the wording on the side of the ring, you can no longer change the colour, so it's always white, which is a bit annoying. But you can add texture. So it's a bit frustrating, but there you go. Lovely takedown there by Blue Thunder, who of course his finisher is the Blue Thunder Bomb. There are more calls we create as a group, to be honest, just click. We create them as a group. These are a lot of people use on previous year's game. Generally what we do is we randomise the creator rest of the screen and we find ones that we like and they become the base of what we generally work from. But a lot of these are guys we had from last year's game. Nice one there by Dean Blanchard. Are you thinking a hardcore member of the Constellation, are you, Omega? Lex Wyndham as sort of like a bit more down and dirty, ready to go guy who could be part of the hardcore division. Again with a divide and conquer-esque. Yes, that's why a lot of these guys just click look a bit weird because they were randomly created to start with, and then we sort of build from the basis. Yeah. I mean, yeah, some of these I say won't necessarily pick. Some of these are a bit too wild to even me to be able to think of. I'm not that creative, to be honest with you. I mean, I have spent all week creating these guys based off of old video footage from last year's game that we did together. Nice bit of work there. Blue Thunder is the legal man. He's heading up to the top and he's thinking, nice little springboard into the moonsault as well. I would like to somehow weaseling a little British stable as well at some point. There's a lot of British stuff on the game, like flags and attires that have got the flags on. So it'd be pretty cool to have something in there that would be useful. Yeah, the evolution of some people has been pretty out there, I must admit. I mean, Bam Bam Boombox is fairly as we got him. Yeah, a fun-loving guy to a pink demon. Oh, thank you, Just Click. We try and do these streams every Sunday if we can. We currently have a roster of about 33 blokes at the moment. And we do have some women that I haven't created from last year's game yet that we will be putting into place. Plus, there's a few extra things we can build upon. There's a few extra people I've added this year solely because of the new masks and that you can get through the island. So I am doing this on PS5 so I can get the new core stuff. So yeah, there's some cool new masks I wanted to get use out of, so we've got those as well. So this is Brett Anderson in the ring now with Purple Rain. And I feel like I want the Constellation to be like our strong heel tag team this year. I think with the manager, I've not seen much use of the manager yet so far, to be honest. Yeah, I've been pretty good recently. I've been, I'm going on holiday in a few months, so I've been off the beer to try and lose a bit of weight for the holiday. Once the holiday's done, you're all in trouble when I get back on that beer, I tell you. I do have a couple in the fridge. I might have one in there, actually. The island's alright. It's just a lot of rare, repetitive stuff, and there's some very frustrating cutscenes. It's just a way of milking money out of you, to be honest. Yeah. It's a way of just milking money out of you, to be honest, the island. Because if you want to buy new parts to make yourself look cooler, you have to spend VC. If you want to increase how powerful you are, you have to spend VC. So I got stuck. I'm stuck on a match against Andre the Giant, and he's just so much better than I am, and I just really struggle to beat him. There's the win. Wow. I haven't done My Rise yet, but I must admit I've seen some very good reviews of it. People say it's one of the best ones they've had in many years, so that's definitely worth a look, because I think people are a big fan of it. Blue Thunder. And we've got Brett Anderson. Oh, by the way, click. So just to shorten your name down. If you look in the description down below, there is a link, and the link is the spreadsheet that I'm keeping up to date in the background. So that is basically showcasing. We've got a ranking system based on wins and losses, as well as history and that sort of stuff. So if you want to go, if you're a proper nerd and like all stats and that sort of stuff, like I do, that's definitely worth a check out. So let me just update it now while I'm here. So that was a win for you. Oh my god, I'm pressed all the wrong buttons here. So I'm updating the ranking system as we go along as well. I see you've just clicked on it because someone just popped up in the corner. So we've got the ranking screen on the first one. You've got tag team, women's tag. Ignore the women's tag for now, the women's, because obviously I've not updated them. I've just left in last year's names, so I can remember who we need to create. I'm filling in the match history at the moment, and the men's at the moment. That's all I've been doing at this point in time. Right then, into... I mean, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too painful, that, as a tag team match, to be honest. That does put the Star Power team, top of the ranking system, with Perfect Storm currently bottom now after that. There we go. Let me just get rid of these. I've got some extra spaces that I don't really need yet until we fill them in, do I? Get rid of these as well. There we go. Okay, we're up to date now. The Golden Sheik. Is this not... I thought the Golden Sheik wasn't too far off this, to be honest. Are you going to do it, Carpet? Are you going to do it with a real wrestler you're downloading, or are you going to do it as your own person? I mean, you could do it as White Tiger, potentially, couldn't you? Here we go. This is the Pink Ram. Yeah, I might have got a bit rogue with Pink Ram, I must admit. There's definitely a hint of gold dust coming in. There's definitely a hint of gold dust. Yeah, Dark Lucha. We forgot about Dark Lucha. It might be something we can use as a... We need some heals in our Cruiserweight division. He could be useful. Yeah, I apologise, New Gen, of what Pink Ram's turned into. We can always change him, don't be wrong. Yeah, it's Jared from Subway. Come back to battle once again. The ambiguous Pink Ram himself. Oh, is it one storyline now together? I saw something along them lines, so you have to do both at the same... Isn't that like you had before? You had something like that, didn't you? Similar? Yeah, Pink Ram is fed up of being taken as a joke. This year, he's coming, and he's coming all over your face. Oh my god. Look at this man. I feel like Pink Ram could definitely be part of the hardcore division, you know. Yeah, I don't even know whose entrance is this. Is this actually Gold Dust? I don't know what this is anymore. I made it and I still don't know what this is. Yeah, Pink Ram's got to be... He's got to be part of the hardcore championship, surely. Pink Ram's gone rogue. There's definitely a hint of gold dust in there, if not a full-on gold dust. It is Velveteen Dream, is it? Okay. And a little bit of a change of scenery then. We've now got Shia Khan, a member of the new Califate, a member of the Khanate tag team. A man who is probably opposed to whatever Pink Ram is. I mean, most of us are fully opposed to how Pink Ram has turned out, but it's the way he is these days. I definitely see Pink Ram as part of the Hardcore Championship tournament. He's just got that sort of strange element to him. I know, it's mad, isn't it? I just saw it. He's already had one disallowed Garnacho for offside. This one counts, I'm assuming. I mean, that's just bad defending, really. Really bad defending. Here we go then. Shia Khan, Pink Ram. Well, Pink Ram can't even clothesline properly. Yeah. Well, New Gen, our main event of tonight's show is the Border versus White Tiger. The Border gets his first chance to toss a Mexican back over the border. I'm sure this isn't far off what the Pink Ram was before, though, to be honest. I'm sure this jacket was right, and I'm sure we had the Great Muta mask with the pink horns. I'm sure that was right as well. I might be wrong. I tried to freeball it. I didn't even look at the previous year's game for this one. I just went off my head, and I must admit, it was difficult. This is not the referee I selected either, I must admit. Yeah. Pink Ram taking down Shia Khan. Yeah, I definitely could see Pink Ram as part of the hardcore division. Definitely. Okay, now just using the arena to his advantage. He knows how to use. He's more experienced than anyone. He's been here for 3 years now. One of the longest standing men in our roster. Shia Khan back in the ring. A pink ram. Oh, it's a purple ram there. Pink ram's quite short, I've just realised. Is that on purpose, or I don't know? Yeah, the skull face paint, it's just because his mouth and that looked a bit weird being, like, had nothing on it. So I tried to just fill it in a bit so it didn't look so weird, but... Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, the original pink ram was a little bit different. It was a bit more basic, but last year's pink ram was very weird. The original one was a bit out there. I mean, I was tempted to give him basically just give him El Carnero's attire, just make it pink. So he had like the ram mask. The boot in the face there by Pink Ram. Yeah, Pink Ram and El Gimpo. I'm sure they rub in similar circles. Pink Ram's up, double axe handle. I just remembered whose moveset I gave Pink Ram now. Yeah, I forgot about that. Only a 2 count. Fight forever. People loving Pink Ram versus Shia Khan. Absolutely stolen the show tonight. So we do have... I've lost the thingy, haven't I, by the way? Yeah, the tournament thing's broke on me. Oh no, it's back. Okay. Let me take a... Can I take a screenshot of this? I can take a screenshot of this. Okay. I'm just being lazy, so I haven't got to make this myself. Let's just put that in there. Can I put that in there? I can. Okay. Where's my crop button? Do I have a crop button? I don't have a crop button. Hey ho, it's fine, it's there, innit? So on Throwdown, we've got El Gimpo versus Starboy. Another 2 guys I feel will get on very, very well. And we've got El Carnero versus Bam Bam Boombox. That's what we've got lined up on Throwdown as the Pink Ram picks up the win. That's what the people wanted. Everybody liked that. The Pink Ram, who also had an absolutely shocking last year, has now all of a sudden kicked into action in a very ambiguous way. That was Shia Khan with the loss and the Pink Ram with the victory. Boom. Right then, a very good match apparently. It's a 3-star. It's 3 stars. And we move on to our main event of the evening, the second match in our tournament. We have got the Border going 1-on-1 against the little man himself, White Tiger. I was thinking of having somebody... I was thinking the Border's enforcer could just be called the Wall. But then again, the Wall used to be a wrestler in WCW, wasn't he, for a while? Sheik, Border, White Tiger, Gimpo, Starboy. So I'm just writing down the score so I remember where we are. So you're currently on 1. Okay. Right then. Yeah, I've been through the settings. I can't see what it's coming from. Maybe I need to restart the game. I don't know. What a block. Here he is, the Border himself. Just hit himself in the face with a cowbell. Always useful. Yeah, El Gimpo has definitely got the ability to do so. The border is here to kick up some foreigners. He looks pretty drunk as well, to be honest with the way he's acting. And here comes the hero of the lucha world. It's White Tiger. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Border wouldn't be too impressed with Pink Ram's lifestyle choices. Well, if you think it's bad now, you wait till the Pink Ram goes to the Women's Championship. Here we go then, White Tiger up against the Border. And the Border using that power advantage straight off the bat. Yeah, even... It's just a graphical glitch, I think, because I can't even do anything with it. Oh, I press square now. We're getting different camera angles. Should we watch this one from the crowd? Yeah, the Border always starts every match with a couple of fingers of whiskey. There we go, I'll do this one. This is quite cool, though, watching it from the crowd like this. Problem is, once I start pressing the buttons, I can't now figure out what camera angle we started on. What's the normal camera angle? Is it this one? No? It's this one, okay. Yeah. I tell you what, Border is absolutely demolishing White Tiger here at the moment. Look at these big blows across the back of the head. I don't know, I mean, the Sandman's on this game, so surely there must be an entrance with beer involved, surely. I don't know what Sandman's entrance is. Does he come through the crowd drinking beers? Oh my god, White Tiger is getting demolished. Oh no, here we go. Quick little roll up, he's going for a cheeky quick win. This has got Rey Mysterio versus JBL written all over it, this feud, isn't it? Oh, wow. Just spears him off the apron as well. There you go, we've got the Sandman as a beer drinker. White Tiger back in the ring. Gets caught there by the Border once again. I feel like, you know when some wrestlers have their own, like, match type? I feel like the Border could be one of those. He'll have his own, like, special, like The Undertaker's got the casket match and stuff like that, or Abyss has got Monsters Ball. I reckon the Border has a match called Border Wars. Oh, here you go. Standing Spanish Fly from the top rope. He's got him for the pin. White Tiger could have this, you know. Oh, only a 2 count. I mean, the disadvantage here, we did agree last time round that I would give the 4 pillars of SWE a advantage by putting them all higher up on the ratings, and I forgot to do that, so everyone is still rated the same. White Tiger springs off the ropes. Oh, gets caught with a massive clothesline from hell. He clotheslines him straight back over the wall, but it's only a 2. The Border is going to throw him. He's going. There's the Border toss. Yeah, Border Wars, that's what I was going to, Jen, yeah. The Border toss locked in. And the Border picks up the victory. Absolutely brutal. And he picks up the first point. Wow. New Gen, you have created a monster here, you know, I think. This guy turns up, he shit up, and he goes. Where's the border? There he is. Well, there we go. It wasn't the best match in the world. Only a 2.5 star. But the border has a very strong debut. Carpet is not happy at all. That's what everyone always says, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, Hitler was a bad guy, but when I think about it, he had some good ideas. Yeah, I know what you mean, New Gen. Well, there we go. That is our first episode done. I've said some crazy stuff that is going to get me cancelled at some point, but there you go. So, big wins all round. Christian New York with a victory in the opening match of the WrestleFest tournament. Gacy picked up a massive hardcore victory in a triple threat against 2 of his main opponents. We had the win for the Star Power team of Dean Blanchard and Brett Anderson. The Pink Ram picked up a win against Shia Khan. And the Border defeats White Tiger. Alright then. So now, I think we just go straight into our next show, do we? Boom. Boom. So we already know on the next show, the White Tiger got deported. So in this one, we know that it's going to be in here. Because we've already got the matches pre-planned in. This is going to be... Let's start things off with El Gimpo. Yeah, I don't know. No, let's start things off with Bam Bam Boombox versus El Carnero. Bam Bam... Oh, okay, I pressed the wrong button. This is really annoying this year's game, the way it works, you know. Bam Bam versus El Carnero. And then the... Ooh, I like that. Apart from the fact that it has got Bam Bam Boombox at the top, like, but the question mark's a new thing. Okay. So this is our main event. This is Starboy with Dylan up against El Gimpo. Yeah, that's our 2 matches done then for the tournament. Anything else you want to see? Yeah, he's got to get back over the border now. Okay. Should we have another tag team match in the middle here? Let's have a 2-on-2. It seemed to work, so let's throw another 2 of the tag teams up against each other. Oh, I can just do that then. Okay, that's useful then. Okay, let's go with the team from Underworld. Akos and Rad. They're going to be going up against... Who else do we have? I feel like we're going to have to go up against the team. Let's keep Carpet happy. Let's throw some more luchas in and hope these guys can survive. Okay. Cruiserweight versus Powerhouse. That's going to be good. So we've got 2 more matches to squeeze in. Who else do we want to see? You can have a trash man as your ring. In the trash man. Poundcake versus Beef. Let's go for it. Abdullah Poundcake versus Mongolian Beef. Rocking the new mask. Should we also do another one-on-one? Should we do who else do we want to see? I mean, this guy looks pretty cool with his mask. Should we try him out? Let's see Big Drew Strowman. Oh, Big Drew Strowman's pretty cool. I would like to see Big Drew Strowman. Yeah, let's do that actually then, yeah. I'm just thinking I want to see Big Drew Strowman in action. Versus Cerberus. Okay, there we go. So that's our card set up at the moment. We all good with that? The Luchador Daddy. The daddy of the Luchadors. We all happy with that then, yeah? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Aiden Heaven. Still no idea what's wrong with him. Well, apart from he was stretchered off, like, but at least his leg's not pointing the wrong direction. That's a good start. Ugh. That's the problem, Omega. We spent too long over the years poorly influenced people. I'm assuming I've had no complaints, so this is the card we'll go ahead with for our first episode of Throwdown. I would like to see Yokai at some point, but he can be brought in at any time, I suppose. He is a Cruiserweight. So we did to the King of the Cruiserweight tournament at some point as well. Crown our first Cruiserweight champion. But this will give us a nice chunk of people that we can debut at least. So I think we go for it then. We all happy? Yep, coolio. Let me start the recording. Right then, our first episode of Throwdown of the year. I've forgotten to write any of these matches down. I'll tell you what, let me do that quickly first. I don't want to ruin it. Match history. So we got Bam Bam Boom Box versus El Carnero. Big Drew Strawman versus Cerberus. Acus and Rad versus Huna Poo. Okay. Abdullah. Poundcake versus Mongolian Beef. We have a lot of people that are just a name, don't we? And Starboy versus El Gimpo. I mean, that's a bit how Starboy has been referred to a few times in his own career as El Gimpo, but hey ho. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm ready for you now. I've got it set up. We're all good to go. Right. Wait, it's 3-0. Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Man United actually won a game convincingly. It's the first time that's happened in a long time. Right, here we go. Right, and this is our first episode of Throwdown. In the WrestleFest tournament, we kick things off with Bam Bam Boombox versus El Carnero. Of course, this is the championship tournament to crown our first world champion. We've got Big Drew Strowman going up against Cerberus. We've got tag team action as the judges of the Underworld, Acus and Rad, take on Expalanque and Hunapu. We have got an interesting match here. Abdullah Poundcake goes up against Mongolian Beef. Normally that probably should be Extreme Rules, but I haven't done that, to be honest with you. But hey, can I do that now? Edit match, customize match, Extreme Rules. Yeah, okay. We'll make this hardcore. And then the main event of the evening, Starboy versus El Gimpo again in the WrestleFest Championship Tournament. So without further ado, let's cash in our opening match, and let's all hope that Bam Bam is still good this year. We can make him good. He was our inaugural world champion last year as well, and hopefully this year we'll see it as well. I mean, if he has a rough start, he's still going to be main event. He's still be main event. Of course he is. He is a main event star. There he is. The Bam, the boombox. The man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, I'm hoping, because El Carnero was really brutal last year. He just beat everybody we put in front of him. He was just a bit of an enigma, wasn't he? He won everything. He beat Golden Sheik over and over again so many times. And now this year he goes up against the big fan favourite, who just came out of nowhere, to be honest. Bam Bam Boombox, randomised. All we changed of him was his attire slightly. I think all we did was we just colour-coded him. We made him more consistent in the white and gold. Apart from that, this is more or less the core we were given. And then his opponent is going to be El Carnero. The evil ram himself. He's a podgy little fellow as well for a cruiserweight, I must admit. And El Carnero, like I said, he won everything last year, which is why he's fallen straight in to a World Championship title tournament. Many wouldn't have given the opportunity. We have. A Bam Bam Border final. I don't know if you can handle that, new gen, to be honest. You're turning into Vince. You want the two big beefy men in the final. Yes, I think we did. I'm sure we did. I think I downloaded one last time round. Yeah, it looks like we definitely have a cruiserweight moveset on him. Golden Sheik has PTSD, yeah. Well, luckily for Golden Sheik, he's not going to have to face El Carnero as part of this tournament. Springboard back elbow. It was a hell of a yeah. He is just mad, isn't he? Because then we got the way around, didn't we? We got Bam Bam Boombox with this moveset. And then on the other side of things, we've got Hat McAfee, who's got like a powerhouse moveset. I mean, Boombox is definitely dominating the early parts of this match. Two big beefy boys. Yeah, that's it. He's slowly becoming the Pink Ram. That's it. Pink Ram is just Vince in it. What is she doing with her hands? Yeah, the Pink Ram is just Vince in a mask. El Carnero there being a little bit dirty. Boombox with a strike into the face. And now spins him round. Brainbuster. He should try and get a count-out victory here, is he, Boombox? Boombox is back in the ring. willing the referee to count. Oh, boombox. Boombox. El Carnero is a 9. Is he going to get back up in time? He's not. Boombox wins by count out. It's dirty, but it's effective. And Bam Bam Boombox, maybe not the way he planned to get this victory, but it's the way he has got this victory in what was a... Well, I'm glad it was the opening match tonight, should we say. Because it was pretty piss poor. But there you go. Bam Bam Boombox gets the first point. People will be happy no matter how it happened. The only person who will be unhappy is El Carnero. Only a 1.5 star. It's 1.5 stars. God, the form Bruno Fernandes in at the moment, you know. That's it, yeah. Bam Bam's like the anti-hero. This will be a cool match, though, I think. Big Drew Strowman versus Cerberus, the enforcers of their 2 individual stables. Let's see who comes out on top. Well, it's Big Strowman. Yeah, he's a big bad Strawman tonight, yeah. I don't know why I put the hat on him for, you know. I really don't know why I put the hat on him, but when I put the hat on him, I didn't want to take the hat off. He's a big lad, and he bless him. And you got Dylan Hart behind. Keeping up slowly but surely. Big Drew Strowman is as tall as you can get on this game, by the way. He is the full 7 feet tall, and his finisher maneuver is the last ride. So if you get a powerbomb from this guy, you are going to hit your head on the ceiling. He is taking you all the way up. Yeah. It's sort of lent on the Big John Studd a little bit, route, I must admit. Salida del Sol, you have to remind me, we'll do it afterwards if you want. And here is the big man Cerberus. The 3-headed dog that guards the gates of hell. The Charade. Oh, yeah. That's the problem with this game. All the names are different. What was I looking for earlier? I was looking for something simple earlier and they didn't have a name. I was looking for Aleister Black's kick, the Black Mass. Obviously, that's not on there as the Black Mass. I know it's on the game somewhere, but I don't know what it's called on the game. I can't remember who I wanted it for, to be honest, but there you go. So we've got 2 big powerhouses going at it then. Who's going to come out on top? So I have put down a tag team. Christian New York and Cerberus will tag at some point as well. And here we go. Look at the 2 big men running DDT straight from the bat there by Cerberus. And look at these 2 just staring each other out now. And the overhand by Strowman. Cerberus fights him away, but Strowman has the power advantage. I was going to make the boots pink as well, but I was looking at I was looking at the real Big John Studd, and he just had random red boots, which is why I did it, to be honest. Yeah, these guys are both super heavyweights, I'm pretty sure. Is it a standard in this match then? So if there's a superplex, the ring can collapse. Is that standard, or does it have to be a special event? Does it need like a finisher or something like that? I would like to see the manager have an effect. He did have an effect in the tag team match. So I'd love to see if the manager has an effect in the singles match at all. If he does, we'll have a look at maybe creating some more managers. Striking back and forth. Look at this. They're still going at it. Absolutely striking the shite out of each other. It's a random event, is it? Okay. But standard. I don't know. Well, I don't know if any of these two guys have even got a. But this blow trading has been going on for bloody ages. I don't know if either of these guys have got access to a superplex. I'll have to find out, I suppose. I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest. Oh my god, these two guys have been trading blows now for about 20 minutes. I do know on hard, it's very, from doing this showcase, on hard it's very rare the guys actually don't hit their strike. As the manager here has taken the top off the turnbuckle pad. Oh, nice. Big front slam by Big Drew Strowman. There's the pin. Has the damage been done to Cerberus? It's only a 2 count. This could be it, though. Strowman. Oh, no. Cerberus fights back. I'm going to drop Strowman. Oh, gut first. I must admit, I like Strowman this year. I think it's one of my favourite CAWs that I think I've done, is Drew Strowman. As Cerberus has him throttled. He gets him up into the choke slam. He's hit it. No way. Referee distracted by the corner, giving Drew Strowman a few seconds to rest and recuperate, and that has worked. The crowd enjoying this one. Meat Madness continues on. We could have a Meat Madness match at the pay-per-view. Throw Mongolian beef in here as well. I'm sure there's some other big guys we could throw in. Nice diving clothesline there by Cerberus, rolling Big Drew Strowman over. Yeah, I feel like Strowman, well, I was just about to say, I feel like Strowman is definitely someone who could go on and be part of the World Championship picture himself this year. He has just taken the loss, though. Big pin there by Cerberus. The enforcer of the Underworld defeats the enforcer of the Constellation. A 3-star match, a very good match. We're not seeing much above and ahead of 3-star. I think when we get to the pay-per-views, we'll probably change the match a little bit to like longer matches, so they're a bit more entertaining, maybe. So the manager did actually have an effect. You're right. The manager did have an effect, so maybe we do need to think about having some more heel managers be involved. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, definitely could be a long-term feud. Oh, I've forgotten which way around these are. I think Hunapu is the white with the black outlines and X-Belanque is the black with the white. I mean, I created them, even I can't remember, so who cares really, I suppose, at this point. We won't spend too much time on the entrances because, again, I haven't done the entrances for these guys. I've literally just created them as a stable. I think I may have done these guys, actually. I think I did this before we logged on. I think these two do actually have their own entrance. What do you think, Omega, about potentially Starboy and Big Drew Strowman tagging at some point? Obviously, still keeping Star Power as the main tag team. But just like we have Christian New York and Cerberus as a potential tag team at some point. Maybe they go on a tag team championship run if things aren't going well. Who knows? What if we did the same thing for Starboy and Drew Strowman? The sort of little and large tag team, if you will. So this is Acus I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what I'm going with. We've got Rad on the far side. Full name is Radamanthus, but I thought it was a bit too much of a tongue twister, to be honest, so we just went for Rad. And they are 2/3 of the Judges of the Underworld, I think it's called. Yeah, Judges of the Underworld. This is Greek, all citation needed, of course, don't get me wrong, but in Greek mythology, these are 2 of the 3 guys that would judge the souls on if they were destined to get into heaven or hell, essentially. And here we have then the twin tag team of Hunapu and Expalanque. They are from the Mayan stable. Again, very loose, citation needed and everything. Yeah, I think Lex Wyndham's a good idea, I think, as well. We'll definitely try and... Have you got any ideas of what you want him to sort of look like? I mean, if that's the... I'm sure I can still do managers if they're not part of the stable, can't I? Or does the manager have to be part of the stable now? I don't know how it works. So this is, I believe... I might be wrong on this, you know. Let me have a quick look. Controller assignment, so... Yeah, no, I am right, okay. So it's Red and Axpalankin, okay. Let me write notes on my thingy so I know which one's which. Okay, I've got it right there. So if I did that, does that copy? It does. There we go. Okay, and then that down to there. Okay. So I just wrote some notes on the spreadsheet so I know which one's which. I mean, what did Barry Windham actually... I know off the top of my head what Barry Windham looked like, but I want to get an actual picture so I can remember. Barry Windham. Okay, yeah, he was the more basic. Yeah. See, when I said about hardcore, I got mixed up. I was thinking of Terry Gordy, not Barry Windham. An older fat guy named Bob Biscuits. Bob's Burger. Lean, muscular, sort of a good-looking guy with Lex Luger and a ground and pound moveset. Okay. Yeah. I could try and do something on them sort of lines. I'm assuming you still want like a classical look, like an old school style look. The headbutt there by Akos. There's the tag into Rad. Okay, I've wrote down as much as I can, but I don't have a pen that works, so it's a bit of a mess. Rad now sanding Expalanque into the corner. So tag team matches do seem to be working okay based on the one we've had so far. If that is the case, then we can look at doing a tag team championship tournament as well. I just need to get some extra teams put into place because we only have... We have 7, did I say, teams? Or was it 6? We have 7 teams. We have 5 heel, 2 face. So we could do have at least another face team, if not a couple more. Nice drop kick. Yeah, makes sense, yeah. So we're looking for Rick Rude and Lex Luger to have a baby. This is Rad and Hunapu in the ring together at the moment. Hunapu, of course, part of the Cruiserweight division as well, so we'll see him as part of fighting for that Cruiserweight title. Comes across, makes the tag. Akos back in. So Rad is more of the powerhouse. I believe Akos is more of a technician, but obviously does still have the powerbomb. I think I gave these guys the moves of Akam and Rizar. I believe I did anyway. At the moment, it is the judges of the Underworld who are firmly in control of this match. Big clothesline, leg sweep combination. And a big power slam as well. I've lost audio. Why have I lost audio? Oh, I think we're okay. We're okay. We lost audio there for a second. Seems to be okay. We're back. Big elbow there by Rad as well. Now wrenching back at the arm. Yeah, the judge of the Underworld have definitely been the strongest team out of the two here. Big fall away slam. Hunapoo in with a hot tag. Over the top he goes. Springboards in with a drop kick right to the back of the head. I mean, if they come out on top of this, I'll be pretty insane. Evening, Jay. In with a big full Nelson. I mean, they've got to win this, haven't they? The judge of the Underworld have dominated the majority of this match. They've got to come out on top. In comes Akis once again. We're in the middle of our second show, Jay, but I will be uploading the shows individually, so if you want to watch the other one. We had our first episode of Mayhem. If you want to watch that, I'll hopefully try and get it uploaded at some point this week. Nice takedown there by Akis. Hunapoo pops back up to his feet. In with a Russian leg sweep, rolls through. Gets caught with a strike that got too close to Rad. Lovely running drop kick as well. Nice, and so the Luchas are starting to take some control in this match now. They struggled for the early part. In comes Espelanque in with a clothesline. Flattens him. There's the pin. For the 1, 2. No, only a 1 count. Yeah, so I think we're going to do probably one more episode of Mayhem tonight, I think, to be honest. We definitely can. The one thing I want to try and do this year is not download people from the community creations, because I think that had less of an impact on us, I think. Having people that other people have created. So it all depends on if I can create dragons. Which is not easily done, I suppose, but... Oh, there is a dragon mask this year, I think. We might be able to create dragons then, because I think there is a dragon mask. I'm sure I saw it the other day. I might be wrong. Can I Google it? WWE 2K25 Dragon Mask. It's Dragon Lee. No, there's not an actual dragon. I mean, we could recolorize Dragon Lee's mask, I suppose. And have 2 different versions of that. I thought I saw a dragon mask. I'm sure I saw one that I thought looked a bit like Drago. Like the old wrestler Drago. People have bodged one together. It's not the greatest looking thing in the world. Oh yeah, I've seen that, Luke. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people doing it. A lot of people are really enjoying it, but I really like, if you've not played the island, I really like some of the arenas from the island, but you can't unlock it in the normal game, which is annoying. Because some of them are really cool. As there's a victory then for Rad and Akis. And it's just not your night, Nugen, is it really? It's not your night at all. The judges of the Underworld pick up the victory. Yeah, you're having the same night as you're having the same night, mate, as MZK Punk Mohammed. At least he hasn't turned up. I was supposed to see his guy do terribly. It was a 3.5-star match, one of the best matches we've had so far. And we move on to the re-debut of the Big Beef. The Big Beefy Boy. Yeah, I've seen some people saying it's quite good. How are you getting on, Carpet? You said you were just about to start, didn't you? I must admit, though, Carpet, from doing what I've done with the island, I don't think I would want to play as a lucha. Because that match I'm stuck on at the moment against Andre the Giant, just having somebody who has the strength advantage and you can't do anything to them, it's just really annoying. I can't do running attacks, I can't do grapples, I have to just do strikes. It's really frustrating because everything I try and do is just too heavy. So I don't know how you're getting on as a cruiserweight. Right, Abdullah Poundcake versus Mongolian Beef in the Extreme Rules match. Yeah, it's not been good for the luchas so far, has it? Here comes Abdullah Poundcake, the man, the myth. I'm not quite sure the glittery trousers go, to be honest with you. I felt they gave him a little bit more like zhuzh. But maybe they just don't suit him. I don't know, to be honest. Wow. You have to do 280 matches to unlock some of the rewards. Wow. Okay, at him, my faction. I've not done a ton of my faction yet, to be honest. I had to play Showcase on this save file just to get Yokozuna earlier because I wanted the movesets on our sumo wrestler tag team. Yeah, a lot of people, new gen, just download 2 wrestlers you really like that are not in WWE and just do them as your wrestlers. I saw some guy the other day was doing Edge and Sasha Banks as his 2. I've done 1 match on the #1 draft pick on Raw, so you're basically Bron Breakker. Yeah, I went on there and I couldn't be bothered. I wanted to unlock some of these masks like this, and I couldn't be asked, so I literally just put 20 quid in the game and bought the masks. I really just fell hook, line and sinker for it. But I like these masks. This is why I'm doing this time on PS5, because I wanted to utilize these cool new masks. And this, for me, I saw this and thought we've got to bring Mongolian Beef back. Here we go. Mongolian Beef is a big boy. And Abdullah Poundcake with a running headbutt. And Mongolian Beef is struggling. Even though he's a big guy, he's struggling to take Abdullah Poundcake down. Big slap across the back of the head. Why have I got frickin' tennis on my telly now? Nice takedown. So Poundcake has had a match already, remember. He faced off on Mayhem as part of the Triple Threat Extreme Rules match against Bruiser Lee and against Gacy, the debuting Gacy. Was not victorious, but now he's got the chance against the re-debut. We're not seeing Mongolian Beef. He wasn't in last year's game, but he was one of the original guys we had, so this is a big chance for him to showcase what he can do. The slap by Abdullah. And we've got a battle of the strikes happening once again. Poundcake with a... If Poundcake comes out on top of this one, that'd be insane. And again, there is the battle of the strikes. Oh, they reckon he broke his ankle in Aiden Heaven. Not good. Yeah, I thought the hardest might be involved, to be honest. I was thinking that Omega, but I can't really think of anybody to... I can't think of anyone, to be honest, that would work. Is the manager thing still in the game? Is it a separate tab, or is it part of the stable thing now, then? Because you used to have managers and stables as separate. Because we've got 5 members in the Underworld stable already. I'm assuming I can assign them all a manager still. Yeah, the striking battles are getting a bit much now, aren't they? I think because we're on hard, I don't think they often miss. Yeah, we could definitely have one. I'm thinking of maybe even... It depends if we want to go for women's tag teams as well, because we could end up with a Voodoo Mama Juju getting involved. Yeah, isn't there like a few bits on My Rise where there's sort of hint of Punk working for a smaller indie company or something like that I've seen? Look at a big kick there by Mongolian Beef. Referee slides in like a bat out of hell. Only a 2 count. There's one thing Poundcake doesn't want, and that's to go into the Hardcore Championship tournament next weekend with 2 losses back-to-back on his record. Poundcake now has the sledgehammer. Right into the back of the leg. Again, right into the gut and now into the spine. Mongolian Beef catches him. Look at the bruise. I really like the new bruising part of the game, to be honest. The bruise into the body is a real nice touch this year. So the whole My Rise is basically you working for AEW and jumping over to WWE. Is that what they're trying to say? Did you see the Andrade tweet earlier, by the way? What did he put? He looked a bit ominous. He tweeted the word waiting. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I don't know, what is he waiting for? I mean, I'm assuming he went back to WWE to spend more time with his wife, Charlotte, but since they're now divorced, is it possible he might want to go back to AEW? Is he happy where he is? I don't honestly know, to be honest. Yeah, I must admit, there's not a lot. I was saying this earlier on, Luke. Outside the modes where you have to pay for, there's very little difference to the previous year. I mean, I was creating arenas earlier, and there's nothing new in there at all. There has been for about 3 or 4 years, not a single thing. Creating shows, there's no new things for years upon years. They're all the same. Creating wrestlers, the only new stuff is the stuff from the island. It's just like, they don't care at all unless there's extra money involved. But yeah, the My Rise thing, it would make a lot more sense if they actually included TNA as part of it, but it depends how long this WWE and TNA relationship's going to last, to be honest. We've seen WWE do partnerships like this in the past. Abdullah's got it. Yeah, that's it. They've just put a lick of new paint on it. They've done no real difference to anything, to be honest. So Abdullah Poundcake defeats Mongolian Beef in a match that I never saw coming. I honestly thought Mongolian Beef was going to have that one, to be honest. But Poundcake now equals out the loss he had the other day with a victory. And Mongolian Beef suffers his first loss. I haven't set Mongolian Beef a place on the roster yet. I'm not sure where he's going to sit, to be honest. But we'll find out long term, I suppose, as we move in to our main event of the evening. Yeah, there's been very little improvements made anywhere apart from in the areas where you spend money. I mean, for all the new parts, the core parts, to come from money as well. Like, I brought the masks I want. I haven't brought any of the face paints yet. There's some pretty cool face paints that I would like to get a hold of for us to use as well, but there you go. So people are saying, yeah, Andrade was one of the only people that didn't burn their bridges when they left AEW to go back to WWE, to be honest. Yeah, the benefit is with Universe mode is it is what you make of it. I mean, there's things that could be done better, but it is what you make of it. And I think, hopefully, we can make the best that we can this year. Here he is then, Starboy. There's a Starboy coming to the ring. He wants to win a title, but El Gimpo's in the way. Andrade just tweeted the words "waiting!" Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! I don't know what he's waiting for. Is he waiting for TV time? Is he waiting for? I'm not watching the show, to be honest. Is he feuding with someone at the moment? Is he on TV, or is he waiting for his contract to expire so he can leave again? I mean, I don't really know what he's saying there, to be honest with you. But people are speculating that he is waiting for an opportunity. Oh my god. Okay. You can search for anything on Twitter and get some dodgy responses back. I mean, that's just a man with a... Well, a man dressed as a woman with a very large penis, but when I typed in the word Andrade, that's not what I was looking for, to be honest, but there you go. Oh my god, it's mostly penises. Whatever you do not search Andrade on Twitter. It's mostly penises. So yeah, I don't know whether that's what we're... I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I've not seen him on the show. Apparently he wrestled Walter on or Gunther on one of the European shows. But yeah, look at the comments section. People are saying that it's not going too well from WWE at the moment. He's just sort of there. I think the problem with Andrade is that he's a very good wrestler, but he's not great at, like, promos and that sort of stuff, I suppose. Yeah, that's the problem, New Gen. I just don't think he could really do... Yeah, you can turn off intergender, can't you, in the menus? Yeah, he hasn't done fantastically well. I mean, I think he did much better in AEW than he has in WWE, to be honest. I mean, he had much more... He was part of the Continental Classic, and he got some really good matches. He was never going to be world champion, but... Yeah, Omega, there was a lot of penises. Two guys who I think would appreciate lots of penises currently in the match, that is Starboy and El Gimpo. Yeah. Well, I searched the word Andrade, it's not my fault what comes up. I've got a feeling that the only reason, well, not say the only reason, but one of the main reasons Andrade left was to spend more time with his wife, I suppose, but now that's not working out for anybody. I don't know what the plan is for him. I would not suggest you search it up on Twitter, to be honest with you. It was, it's the way that anything works on the internet. Is it like Rule, it's Rule Summit or whatever, isn't it? There's a thing called rule something, and it basically, if it exists in the real world, there's some dodgy pictures and videos of it online somewhere. I noticed, by the way, have any of you ever heard of that JD from New York, whatever his name is, the guy on Twitter who basically makes a living off of shitting on AEW? Has anyone ever heard of him? Well, he works for House of Glory Wrestling, Hog Wrestling, and they have him on commentary, and they booked Mercedes Moné for their pay-per-view this week, or their show this week, and when she had her match, they took him off commentary. It's like the first time he's not been on commentary for a specific match. You see Dylan Hart there throwing a kendo stick into the ring. Now Gimpo with a headbutt. Rule 34. I knew it was something. I was going to say Rule 69, but that probably would have been too much. Okay, so Bam Bam won. I mean, to be honest, at the moment, we've seen victories from Bam Bam and Christian New York. If Starboy gets the win, then White... Oh my god, that's a terrible angle, isn't it? Then Starboy would be the... White Tiger would be the only one who didn't get the victory out of the four of our main guys. Our pillars, if you will. Nice slam there by El Gimpo. Wow. Yeah, Nujen, you've heard of him. Yeah, so they took him off commentary for Sasha's match, or Mercedes Moné's match. Wow, El Gimpo flattens, or if you will, squashes Starboy in the main event. El Gimpo just forces his way in the picture every time, doesn't he? He is a star player. There we go. What a man. Well, there we go. That's our throwdown done. And it's an interesting start to our G1. I feel like it's going to be difficult because there's only 4 people in each group. It's going to be very difficult. 3 wins obviously puts you through. 2 wins could have you equal top with someone. So I feel like Golden Sheik, White Tiger, Starboy, and El Carnero, all with 1 loss each. If they lose again, I think they can say goodbye to the tournament. If they do win their next match, all of a sudden, it's back wide open for them. I don't know about you guys, but I think I've got time maybe to squeeze 1 more in. It's only 9:30 here, to be honest, actually. I really could go a little bit longer, but I wanted to try and finish off at roughly 10, so I could do a bit of finishing off on the setting things up before I'm done. So let's go to the next show. Right then. We have got on this one... I think we start things off with a match between... Where's round 2? That's round 2 there, isn't it? Okay. Oh, this is going to be quite quick. We're going to have this done, you know. Yeah, this will be quite quick. I know it's not. Okay, we're fine. I'm just, my brain's not working very well. So this should actually work out. So this is going to be, we're going to kick things off with the 2 losers. So this is a big one, this one, from the previous show. We have got the Golden Sheik with his manager Mustafa going up against White Tiger. Now, both those guys lost their first matches, so they're both desperate for the win now. And then in the main event, this is a big one, this one. The main event is going to see the match between Christian New York and The Border. Right, who else do you want to see? It looks like Jeff Cobb has ended up in WWE, which is disappointing. I like the idea of Jeff Cobb. I've never really watched that many of his matches, to be honest with you. I watched a lot of his PWG stuff about 5-10 years ago, but I've not seen much of his recent stuff. He is 46 already, to be honest, so I feel like if he has got the opportunity of a WWE contract, he should really go for it, in fairness to him. It seems like the smart thing for him to do. I would love him to go to AEW just to see more of him, but I mean, he could easily end up as part of the New Bloodline, I suppose. It depends what they do with him. The problem is they've got guys like him already, like Bronson Reed and people like that, so I don't know whether he's going to have that much of an impact over there, I suppose. Should we go with... Let's go with our Sumo tag team. Give them a try. We've not tried them yet. They look a bit weird. This leaves the only team we haven't yet used that we can use then is going to be the team of Kareem Khan and Shia Khan, the Khanate. Okay, which leaves us with 2 more matches to fill. Any requests? I would like to potentially... I like this guy. Akira Kobayashi. Who else hasn't wrestled yet? The Great Shogun. Jaguar. Quetzalcoatl. White Lightning. Yokai. I feel like it might be fun to go with the 2 Japanese guys against each other, to be honest. I mean, I can change it if people want me to change it, like, but... And then over here we can do... Should we do a triple threat? Normal triple threat. But we'll do a triple threat cruiserweight match this time. We've done a hardcore one. When we go with Yokai, we'll go with White Lightning and Minos. I'm not sure how I feel about Minos, to be honest with you, but as a core. How do we feel about that card? I mean, obviously we've got the WrestleFest match, triple threat cruiserweight match, tag team match with 2 of the teams we haven't used yet, Akira Kobayashi versus the Great Shogun, debuts of those 2. And then, of course, the other match in the WrestleFest tournament. Are we happy with this card? I'm surprised, you know, that that Magnus... Is it Magnus? What's his name? I've forgotten his name now, the general manager. I'm surprised they haven't got a wrestling version of him on the game, to be honest. That would make a lot more sense for me, anyway. We happy with that? Yeah? I'll lock it in. Boom. So yeah, big match here. Golden Sheik versus White Tiger. Huge match, this one. The loser is effectively out of the tournament. And then massive match again, the main event. Both these guys won their opening match. So the winner of this one is almost guaranteed at least an opportunity to fight one more match to get that that spot at the pay-per-view. All right then. Into our second episode of Mayhem we go. The Golden Sheik versus White Tiger in the WrestleFest World Championship Tournament. We have got a cruiserweight action with Yokai, White Lightning, and Minos. We have got the tag team of Akabono Sho and Hakuno Taro going up against Shia Khan and Kareem Khan. Akira Kobayashi goes up against the Great Shogun. And your main event, Christian New York versus the Border again in the WrestleFest Championship Tournament. Let's go, 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 go. Come on, White Tiger. We all believe in you. Sorry, MZK Punk, if you watch this in the future. But White Tiger is one of our 4 pillars. He can't start things off with 2 losses in a row, surely. I mean, he can, but we don't really want him to, but there you go. Here he is, the Golden One himself. The Golden Sheik, come with us to the Golden Sheik. Of course, he has Captain Mustafa in his corner. Captain Mustafa is a wrestler, however, he does manage the Golden Sheik's affairs from ringside. I do think it's a bit weird, this is a bit off subject here by the way, that they seem to be splitting Phoenix and Pentagon up. I mean, surely they could really do with some strong tag teams. I know, obviously, I know they have good tag teams, but they always seem to threaten to break them up every 2 minutes. I mean, DIY had another tag team mishap, didn't they? They love splitting tag teams up, don't they, really? So it just seems Pentagon and Phoenix as a tag team just seems so good, but there you go. Who knows? Here comes White Tiger. Was on the losing side of the match against the Border. The Border was really a force to be reckoned with. He was a Border force to be reckoned with. But both these guys lost their opening matches. It's White Tiger versus the Golden Sheik. It's MZK Punk versus Carpet. Yeah, I mean, if they start splitting, yeah. If they split them up again, then you're one tag team short, right? That's any problem. Which is why it makes sense to have Phoenix and Pentagon working together. But if you're going to have Pentagon on Raw and Phoenix on SmackDown, that's headbutt in the gut there by White Tiger. The nut-busting leg drop as well. There's the kicks. I mean, somebody's going to be furious at the end of this. Either MZK Punk tomorrow when he watches this, because bearing in mind, I think where MZK Punk is, I don't think time is on his side, I think. Oh, mate, I can't do legend difficulty. You should have heard me screaming when I was doing the bloody... I've noticed, though, they've made the showcase streamer friendly this year because there's no cutbacks to real footage. I couldn't do legend. I've not played this game ever, really, apart from knocking out the showcase on easy mode. I mean, I wouldn't mind it so much if it wasn't for the fact that, I mean, those horrific bloody... those horrific timed things are just, they're horrible. They are so horrible, those timed bloody events. Why make them timed? Nobody likes it being timed. Nobody asked for it to be timed. No one likes it being timed. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I suppose Phoenix and Pentagon can run as single stars for now, get the massive hype for the first few months until they go a bit stale, and then they can be put together as a tag team, I suppose. That makes sense. Is there objectives in my Rise, or is it literally just win the match? Because if there's no objectives, I don't mind it so much, but yeah, this is still for me... I mean, what account do I need it for? Am I better off unlocking the parts on this account for creating our own wrestlers? Or am I better off doing it on the main account for the unlocks? As it's a rope break. He hit the move as well, and it's a bloody rope break. Up to the middle rope. It's looking good, Carpet. Oh, look at that. Tornado DDT. Okay, it's not too bad then. They're doable, though. They're not, like, frustrating, stupid ones. Oh, my God. Oh, White Tiger was doing so well. Maybe I could do my rise using some of our cores here. I mean, there's nothing that interesting. There's nothing we'd use in normal random matches, is there, I suppose? White Tiger looking for that standing Spanish fly. Oh, gets forced off. It was looking so good, Carpet, but now things are getting rough here. Golden Sheik rolls to the outside. White Tiger winning him up. Dives in with a tornado DDT. Just as well it wasn't Brian Cage, isn't it, really? He'd have had you for dinner then. You see that one he had the other day with Hologram? Where Hologram dived and he caught him into a vertical suplex. That was pretty insane. Only a 2 count. It's been a pretty good match so far, this one, though, I must say. This might actually go down as one of the top star matches we've had so far. I think the highest one was only a 3.5 star. This could be pushing 4. Nice roll up there by the Golden Sheik. Yeah, my rise using Bam Bam Boombox could be fun. He's got him! He's got him! He rolled him up! He rolled him up, Golden Sheik, now with 2 losses in a row, but White Tiger is the one who has just given himself a lifeline in this tournament. And the Golden Sheik is now bottom of the rankings. It's going to be another bad year, Mohammed, I'm afraid. It's definitely looking that way, isn't it? But White Tiger with the victory. I forgot to write these matches down, you bugger. You absolute bugger. White Tiger versus the Golden Sheik. As part of the WrestleFest tournament in a singles match. It's a win for White Tiger. And it was only a 3-star. I thought this would be higher up, to be honest with you, because of the reversal on the finishes and stuff like that. So I'm a little bit surprised that it is not gone that way, to be honest. Hey ho, there we go. Let's move on to our next match of the evening, which is the Cruiserweight Triple Threat. So this is White Lightning versus Yokai versus Minos in a 3-way. In a 3-way. None. Okay. 5-star. Get out of it. He's not even in here. Here we go then. It's Cruiserweight time. A chance to showcase some brand new Cruiserweights as well. All 3 of these new into this year's roster. Of course, we will have a King of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament at some point. We're not quite there yet. But when we are, I'm sure all 3 of these guys are probably going to end up being part of it. That's good. His cape's glitching through his body. That's always nice to see. Oh my god. This is another one of the new masks that I had to pay real money for. Well, I didn't. I could have actually played the game properly on the island. That is just not working, is it? How can you be that bad? How can the cloak glitch through his body that badly? Okay, I'm going to have to derobe him, I think. He's going to have to be derobed, I'm pretty sure. Because this is rough. Okay. We get the idea. You like crawling. And that looks painful. Yeah, we might have to derobe him, I think. Okay, let's move on. It's bloody, I've got no pens that work. Yokai, derobe. There he is, White Lightning. I'm getting mixed signals here. This guy could really be the third unknown Jackson brother. Gimpo will help you disrobe. He would as well. He's already in the locker room waiting. We've got a few suggestive guys in this roster this year, I've just realised. I notice we are very old school. With our gimmicks. We're going very like 80s and 90s, like very overly gimmicked people. Not that many like standardized enemies, is there really? Okay. I don't remember doing this. We've gone black and white now. This guy's creepy and all. The Cruiserweight aspect of the Underworld stable. This is Minos, one of the 3 judges of the Underworld as well. And a man who would love to bring the Cruiserweight Championship back to Christian New York's Underworld. The Underbelly. Here we are. Yokai, White Lightning, Minos. The bell goes and the Cruiserweight triple threat is underway. And it's Minos who has the initial control in this one. I must admit, this Yokai was one of the quickest CAWs that I made, but I must admit I just quite like it. I think the mask is pretty cool. With the tights as well, it works quite nicely. He is our Japanese aspect of this Cruiserweight division. I was trying to find a Jushin Liger moveset for him, but I couldn't find one, so I've had to try and not make it myself necessarily, but I've had to try and give him some decent moves that work. Nice reverse rada there by White Lightning. Straight into the pin here on Yokai. Remember, because the triple threat, actually, someone's going to end up pretty high up in the rankings here because you get 3 points of winning a triple threat. So they're going to join Gacy right at the top of the rankings, which will be interesting. Yeah, El Gimpo and Pink Ram. Well, that's an interesting tag team if I've ever heard one. The Pink Gimps. Pinky and Gimpy. Yokai now with the strikes. Oh, in with a roll in into the armbar. Beautiful. White Lightning there to break it up. In with a Hurricanrana of his own. I mean, that is a weird stipulation to have at the pay-per-view, isn't it? Winner gets to disrobe a Cruiserweight. Minos sent back into... No! Spins it round and sends White Lightning into the ring steps. So that means next time round then, if we make this our last show of the night, next time round we'll come back to 1 episode of Throwdown and straight in to our King of the Deathmatch tournament to crown our first hardcore champion. We'll do an 8-man tournament, I suppose. Do it that way. We've got Gacy, We've got Abdullah Poundcake. We've got Bruiser Lee. We've got Cerberus, we said as well, didn't we? Mongolian Beef. I can have a look at potentially more as well. I've fallen out of my chair, please help. I've fallen and I can't get up. Omega, that was supposed to be my line for tonight's stream. My chair is surprisingly held pretty well. I mean, I am having to sit completely still and just hope to hell that it doesn't go, but... Oh, of course, it is no disqualification, of course. It is a triple threat match. Minos, the only one who's remembered that, grabbing the sledgehammer. Oh, and Yokai ran straight into it once again. Minos now up on the top. Ooh, little triple threat action there. I'm not quite sure who hit who, but either way, Minos came out on top. Nice spinning back elbow, beautiful. Yokai is down. White Lightning is back up and breaks up the pin. Nice roll through, but Yokai is there to break it up. Whose tights is Yokai wearing? Did anyone see, by the way, all the dodgy attire stuff that were on this year's game? Because they used AI to generate some of the images, and they got it wrong. So, like, is it Carmelo Hayes boots that says the champ on them? But the AI brought it back as the chammed. They put a D instead of a P. And instead of AJ Styles' trunks in the phenomenal one, they said the phenomenal ons. They had an S instead of the E. And there was quite a few. I think there was one with Pete Dunne where it was completely inverted, the logo. It was pretty rough. As Minos now rolling, White Lightning over, has him in a knee bar. Yokai is on the outside here. It's a chance here for Minos to get the victory. He does. He taps out. Minos with a submission victory. Our first submission victory we've seen so far. Wow. I must admit, I wasn't expecting that one, but there you go. Minos by submission. Okay, so Minos gets himself the victory and the 2 bonus points for the triple threat victory. And then White Lightning with the loss puts him down to a -1. And Yokai also with a loss puts him down to a -1. Boom, rankings are updated. And we move on to the next match. There's not many people who haven't wrestled yet on a roster then, and this is going to be 3 of them doing it. Yeah, Underworld is definitely doing pretty well, to be honest. Christian New York, 1 win out of 1. Cerberus, 1 win out of 1. Rad and Akis, 1 win out of 1 each as well. Yeah, the 2 sumo wrestlers didn't really work as I intended. I couldn't really get the Japanese faces going, to be honest with you, but there you go. So this is the team of Togoi, I think they were called. Togoi. That is Hakuno Taro and Akabono Sho. I think Akabono Sho is the one closest to the middle. And Hakuno Taro is the one on the far side. They're going up against the Khanate. And that is Shia Khan on the left and Kareem Khan on the right. So without further ado, let's crack into the action again. These are 2 guys that I have not... or 2 teams I have not done entrances for yet. So we won't spend time on the entrances necessarily. We'll have a quick gander and we'll go straight into the match. As you can see, the entrance is definitely not done. I don't know why I just wanted to have a sumo wrestling tag team. I thought it would be fun, to be honest, but they might not last the long term. Who knows? And again, yeah, we just definitely haven't done the entrances yet, have we? The Khanate. Shia Khan, Kareem Khan. Yeah. Need to the entrances, but here we go. We're starting things with Akabono Sho and Shia Khan. Shia Khan does have 1 match to his history so far. Of course, he was on the losing side against the greatest man who ever lived, the Golden Sheik. Hang on a minute. His body is not attacked. What the hell's going on over there? Look at the corner. His legs, his body's come out of his trousers. His body's moving, but his attire's not. What the hell is going on? Oh, this game. You cannot beat this game. It is elite, isn't it? Oh, fucking hell. His fucking legs are just staying over there. Oh my word. This is insane. Yeah. This is a weird one, this one. I mean, he looks naked now is the problem. Nice. He's going to reattach himself to his trousers, hopefully. Okay, he's in his trousers. That's the main thing. As Akabono takes the legal man status against Kareem Khan once again. Yeah, this is... Yeah. I was not too keen on this team, but all of a sudden, they have won me over. I mean, I don't want to be offensive, but... This guy looks less like a sumo wrestler, and he does look like he might have Down syndrome. Just that face looks a bit, you know... Big. We assume it's a knee in the face. There's no way of telling at this point in time. But the stink face should be interesting. A guy who's got no butthole. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I don't quite know how to do with this information, to be honest. I just love the fact that his trousers have just stayed there the entire match. This can't be the first glitch that's happened. Surely people have seen this before. I'm hoping they haven't seen it before because I don't really want it to be taken out. Akabono taking Kareem Khan up into a powerbomb position. He's now going to drop him face first. There's the boot in the gut. And there's no way it's not going to work now. There's no way he's just going to pop into those trousers all of a sudden, is he? There's a knee in the gut. And all of a sudden, I'll tell you what, this team is looking strong. And I'll be honest, it might be going really well for the Underworld. But to be honest, it's looking pretty rough for the new Califate as a tag team. That's it. He's just socks and wrist guards at this point. I think this guy's going to be part of our hardcore championship, so there's nothing more hardcore than having no legs. Yeah, this guy is going to be part of our hardcore. He's got to be. Maybe it only works in tag team matches, but we'll have to wait and see. He's taken down both of them here, though, you know. This is just crazy, this is. A big splash. He doesn't quite weigh as much as he could do, though. With half his body missing. It's only a 2 count. Yeah. He's doing pretty well, though. He's, as much as he has no butthole, he is definitely pretty strong. There's the bonsai drop broken up there by Kareem Khan. Wrenching that leg away. This is his chance though now. Okay. This is crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I had to play the first match in the showcase, or the first two matches, because I wanted the Yokozuna moveset and entrance and so forth for these guys. Look at this backdrop though, boom! Shia Khan is going for it. Yeah, these two are down as giants, so people are really struggling to run into them and do stuff like that. Straight into the barricade. Referee's counting. No freaking way. Look at this. This could be another count-out victory here, you know. He's got back in time. Shia Khan's down. It's going to be a count-out victory. It is indeed. It's a count-out victory. Wow. It's a count-out victory for the sumo team of Tegoi against the Kane. It's not going well for the new Califate, is it at all? Let me just write this down because I've not written this down yet because I forgot to write it down. You and you. Versus Khan and Shia Khan. And it was a victory, but it's a second count-out victory in 3 matches. Isn't terrible, to be honest. It's something I don't really want to make too many too much of a you know what I mean, a thingy of. The leg drop. The leg dropped off. Okay, so now we have Akira Kobayashi versus the Great Shogun. Akira Kobayashi, there we go. Okay. So this is just a match to get these two guys in the ring and showcase what they can do. I do need to update this, don't I? So you got a victory. And you got a victory. You got a loss. And Shia Khan now, 2 losses for him. 1 singles, 1 tag. He goes joint bottom of the rankings. Here we go then, Akira Kobayashi versus the Great Shogun. 2 guys making their debut this year. Of course, the Great Shogun, one of the only 2 people we created via Randomised CAWS so far this year. The glorious one, Akira Kobayashi. I really wanted to have like an old school Japanese guy. I came up with a name of Kenta Kobayashi. I came up with the name of, and I thought that's a really clever name. I could use that because it goes, it's similar to Kenta Kobashi, but it's different, all this sort of stuff. Then I realized when you search for Kenta Kobayashi, it comes up with Hideo Itami. That's his actual original wrestling name. Now he just goes by Kenta. But this guy, yeah, old school Japanese finisher maneuver is the Burning Hammer. Going up against more of a Shinsuke Nakamura Great Muta ripoff. The Great Shogun. Did we not give him Shinsuke's entrance? What I'm asking you guys for, I did it. Is this Shinsuke's entrance? We must have given him Shinsuke's entrance. He just doesn't seem to be doing the actual Shinsuke stuff. Unless this is Shinsuke's new... I don't know. No, this is Great Muta's entrance. Okay. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, actually. It is, yeah. It's Kenta Kobashi versus the Great Muta, essentially, yeah. I think you can tell that I'm not that inventive, because nearly every single person on the roster is sort of loosely based off of somebody else. Seems to be the way, anyway. Kobashi here using his strength, just holding the Great Shogun in place for rolling him through in the headlock. Nice takedown. Ducks on the knee, Kobashi. Or Akira Kobayashi, should I say. So we've still got one more match. We've still got the main event, which was Christian New York versus the Border, isn't it? Yeah, Christian New York versus the Border. That's a big one, that one. The winner almost guarantees themselves a couple of opportunities to fight for the World Championship. They can either win the match against the final opponent, or they can win the match, potentially what's going to end up being a buffer match. It's a big chance. We know White Tiger's forced his way back into it, the victory over the Golden Sheik earlier on. The Golden Sheik now just has to face off against the Border, and I'm not thinking Golden Sheik's chances are totally great at this point, to be honest. Nice double axe handle. Kobayashi now with the control on the outside. Both guys re-entering the ring. No way, that's crazy. Sorry, I had the... I've just seen Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona game. It was 2-0 on the 77th minute. And then it's now 4-2 in the 97th minute. It's Diet New Japan, yeah. Blatant rip-offs. That's what it's been. Nobody has 2 wins so far, New Gem, but we will have one in our very next match. So Christian New York and the Border both won their opening matches. So one of them is going to end up with 2 wins, unless it's a double count out, of course. Burning Hammer, there it is! We get a lot of it in the UK, by the way, Omega. You'll see it actually advertised as American wrestling, and it'll be people dressed up like Kane and The Undertaker and The Rock and people like that. That's a win for Kobayashi. He is not messed around tonight. Burning Hammer straight into the victory. These matches have been quite quick tonight, I must admit. Maybe, like I said, for the pay-per-view, we'll have to put them on slow momentum and stuff like that to make it a bit more effective. But that's a good win for him. The Burning Hammer, definitely a very effective finishing maneuver. Hang on a minute, these guys wrestled. I've missed some here, haven't I? I have missed some. You should have a point. You should have a point. I didn't do the bloody the tag team match on the last show. Okay, I'm just doing these points now. Okay, we've nearly had everyone wrestle then, nearly. There is only 4? There's only 4 people who haven't had a match yet, and that is Captain Mustafa, Hat McAfee, Jaguar, and Quetzalcoatl. We'll have to deal with that on our next episode of Throwdown, I would imagine. And here we go in the main event of the evening. Christian New York versus the Border. This is the match where one of these two will end up on 2 points. And I think at that point, it's a very, very good chance that one of them goes on to the final. Yeah, so with him, Omega, what I've done is there's 5 variations of the Burning Hammer. So I've given him all 5 as his finisher, so he can pick any variation of the Burning Hammer, any match. Which I think would be a pretty cool thing to do. Here we go. Here we go. So Christian New York defeated White Tiger in the opening match of the tournament. No, he never. Christian New York defeated the Golden Sheik in the first match of the tournament. The Border defeated White Tiger. Border was brutal. I mean, exactly what we expected from Border, to be honest. He was just a brutal man who did not give a toss and enjoys beating up foreigners. So exactly what Border was designed to do, I suppose. But this should be an interesting one now. Border having to face another big man in the shape of Christian New York. Boom. Yeah, the underground matches, not the underground. The Bloodline Rules matches should be pretty fun as well then, because we do have some stables. Christian New York versus Starboy in a Bloodline match will be interesting, because we could end up seeing all the members of the Underworld and all the members of the Constellation as well. That could be fun. Here he comes then, the Border, the big bad Border boy. The big bad Border boy. Yeah, I'm sure there was a guy in WCW called The Wall. The Wall. A wrestler. Yes, The Wall. Jerry Twitt. Otherwise known as Big John, Gigantes, Hellraiser, Sergeant AWOL, Malice, Sergeant AWOL, Snuff, and The Wall. He is dead. It's not a surprise, is it? How old was he though? He was born in '66, but he didn't start wrestling until 1994. Wow, bloody hell. So he started wrestling at quite a late age, to be honest with you. He did a little bit of TNA. Performed under the moniker of Malice. He lost to Ken Shamrock in the World Championship Tournament. He was in the WWF. He was signed to a developmental contract in March 2001. And in WCW, he was called The Wall. He was the bodyguard for a guy called Berlin, who was Alexander Wright, the German wrestler. The Wall and Berlin had a feud against Vampiro and Jerry Only of the Misfits. There you go. Random facts from me then. Sergeant AWOL. Yeah, what a name, yeah. I mean, this should go away. This is The Undertaker versus JBL now. If we're still sticking with our rip-offs. The Undertaker versus JBL. A little bit of Stan Hansen in there as well. Oh my god, it was the Berlin Wall. I didn't even realise that. That is quite clever. It was so clever it went over my head, that did. Okay. His name was Berlin and he had a okay, I get it now. Oh, I feel so dumb that I didn't notice that myself. Look at you teaching me history. Who saw that coming? After our Knights played Hearts of Iron 4, who saw you teaching me history? Border looking strong. Border could actually end up being a dominant force in this universe mode, you know. A big splash, wow. There's the pin for the 1, 2, only a 2 count. Yeah, the border definitely needs his own group, doesn't he? Border force. Maybe he can have a wall, or they can be called the border wall. We'll have ourselves a tag team. And we need to create a Mexican stable for him to feud against. I'm sure we had a Mexican guy years ago, in the very first time we did this, called, he was called the Nacho Man. And he had Macho Man's entrance and moveset, and he was just a guy with a massive, like, Mexican afro-y sort of hair. The wall and the border. Yeah, the wall's got to be a massive guy. His first name is Brick. Brick Wall. Nobody crosses the border wall. He's taking them up now into onto the shot. He's going border toss. He's going to toss Christian New York over the border. There's the pin. Wow. Oh, Christian New York kicked out of the border toss. That's the thing that White Tiger could not do. Where did he get a standing moonsault from? Brick de wall. Brick de wall. Oh, Alabama slam. Yeah, border is brutal. His moveset is insane. Oh my god, border's got it. Border is just something else. New Gen, you've created an absolute monster. An absolute monster. The border gets himself his second victory in this universe mode. Christian New York had such a strong start to our previous universe, but this time round, it's just not gone his way, has it? There we go. So after 2 matches each, we have Border on 2 points. We have Christian New York on 1 point, White Tiger on 1 point, and the Golden Sheik on 0. The next set of matches to come up are going to be White Tiger versus Christian New York and the Golden Sheik versus the Border. If the Border defeats Golden Sheik, he is into the final no matter what happens. If, under some strange, weird, alternate universe, the Golden Sheik can pick up a victory against the Border, then it will end up becoming the Border versus the winner of Christian New York White Tiger, because both of those guys will then be on 2 points each. So there you go. It's in the Border's hands now. If the Border defeats the Golden Sheik, which he probably should do, he's got it. He has got it all day long. So, we're going to leave that there for now. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Of course, if you have, hit the like, subscribe. What am I doing? It's not a video, it's a stream, isn't it? Sorry, my brain sort of mush there for a second. Right, I think we're done and dusted then. Yeah, the Border is brutal. I mean, if we give him a stable as well, he's going to make him even more strong, isn't he? But I think it's going to be fun to do. It's good to have a big, like, brutal, over-the-top heel that everyone else can try and take down. We thought it was going to be Christian New York. We thought Starboy was going to be that sort of old-fashioned, cheaty sort of heel as well. But the Border is definitely dominating the world at this point in time. And we could get what you want. We could get the Border versus Bam Bam Boombox in the main event of WrestleFest to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, the Border could also be someone who would look out for the Hardcore Championship. At this point in time, I think that he would not want to be involved in the Hardcore Championship tournament. He wants to put all his eggs in the basket in the World Heavyweight title. Right, then we'll call that it for now. That's the end of Mayhem. And I think we'll call that it for the stream as well. I will do a couple of things we said about. New Gen, what was that move you wanted me to give White Tiger again? I could probably scroll up and find it, but it was a while ago, I think, wasn't it? Ooh. Oh, there you go. The Standing Shirane. Is that a finisher maneuver you want it to be, or is that a something else? Is that a finisher, or is that... I don't know what your finishers are at the moment. We can have a go. We can have a gander, actually. Made a pretty good dent in that. We're 3 shows in. We're going to have the Hardcore Championship tournament next time round as well. Movesets. White Tiger. So at the moment, White Tiger has got the Shooting Star Press and the Operation Dragon as his finishers, which is the that move you want, the Destino. And his signatures are currently the Avalanche Spanish Fly 1, the Avalanche Spanish Fly 2. Do you want me to replace this with the one you said? If you'll still hear that is, because you haven't said anything for a while. We've lost him. He's gone. Should just put it down here. Was it called the Salis Standing Shurnanai? Easy to go up in it. Nope, there's lots of swingers. We're the king of the swingers, yeah. Oh, lots of them as well. Okay, standing. Standing. Okay, this one. That's the bad boy. Okay, I'll put that on there. Number 3, okay. What do you want it as, a signature or as a finisher? I'll put it as a signature for now, but I can change it. Oh, you've got it, let's make it the ringside finisher. I wish you could search in this rather than actually just... A finish maneuver, okay. Me do it on the outside. Do you want it on top of the finishes you've got, or do you want to replace one? Okay, that's ringside one. Change this to none. So maybe you've got the Shooting Star Press and Operation Dragon. Do you want it over the top of this? God, the delay on this takes so long to have a conversation, doesn't it? That's the problem. Okay, switch Operation Dragon to a signature. Okay, I can do that. Operation Dragon, you know. Wait, no. Delay. I'm delaying, I stopped. Switch to Dragorana instead, okay. I think it'll probably use this as the most likely one anyway, because this is the easiest one for it to hit. I think if it's the Shooting Star, they got to get up on the top. Operation Dragon, you've got to be in the corner. This is probably the easiest one for it to hit, so... You've got 3 different finisher maneuvers at least now. God, this is going to be a headache over all these. S-P-Q-R-S-T. I'm going the right way, aren't I? Yeah. God, lots of fucking springboards, aren't there? Operation Dragon 2, that's not too bad, okay. Put that there. Operation Dragon 2. That one there, okay. How do I don't want that to be a super one, do I? No, okay. Don't be a super, okay. Happy with that, yeah? You all good? Ooh, zombie game. Yep, cool. I'll save that then. What I will do then is I will also do the upgrades like I said before. So I'll make the 4 pillars up to an 85 rated. I know it's a bit late now to do that, but I'll put the 4 pillars up to an 85 rated. And I will make a couple of changes as we said before. And I'll start creating the women. Hopefully by the time I get around to next time, we'll have everything sorted. All the stables will be done. I'll create some of the women. And I'll have the ratings done as well. So that'll be better then. Ryan, I love you. Leave it in. Good night. God bless. I'll be the same. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.